And we're here. How's it going, everybody? Do tell me if the background music is annoying or too loud, or wow, that chat window is right in my face. Let's move that around a little. Just give me a second. I got a little bit of background music because I'm boring as F, and I figured you guys could use some love. I think that my Patreon supporter ticker down here. Which way is it going? This way? Anyways, that thing, I think it was too low, wasn't I? Doesn't matter. I'm a loser. Hello, everybody. Mark, Surf, you're a freak. You were the first one in here. We got Mendelbro Set. Nice to see you. Todd, Mr. Andrat. I recognize everybody here. 9 o'clock hero. Don't know if I recognize you, but that's okay. I'm okay with new faces, and I'm okay to recognize new people. Oh, hi, Terry. Are you guys still live? I didn't mean to roll you guys if you are. I haven't even looked at that. Let me see. I know you were live. Let's see. Refresh. Refresh. Are you still live? You are live, and I apologize. Not that I'm a threat to you. You Aussies have your own thing going on anyways. I'll probably go over there and say something about shrimp on the Barbie or something and make a fool out of myself, right? Woo, $2. Australian from Digital Demonic Davros. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it. You guys are basically in my future. What time is it there right now? Because I think it's like... My guess is it's like almost midnight tomorrow. Good morning to... I think the people saying good morning are English. I think I timed this right. You guys are 6 hours now, because we're on the same... We switched our time again, so we got 6 hours. So you guys are 6:44 a.m. in UK? Brainy Beaver, I've been called worse. You've been a freak. You're the one... Aren't you the one that wanted me to put the fox outfit on, essentially? He was like, be the fox. Oh, be the fox, Brainy. I'm pretty sure that was you. Oh yeah. In fact, I'd love it if you came over and joined. Why not? We'll have a party. I was actually hoping that would happen. Told my wife I wouldn't be up till 3, but somehow I feel like I lied to her. I didn't mean to lie to her. I legitimately was like, got like 4 hours of sleep last night. Sleep's also for freaks. I propose the opposite. You just fill that coffee mug with, what does it look like under the green screen? Just pour it all over my desk. You can't even see it happen. This is ADHD hard at work. I don't finish any sentences. Here at the Brainy Beaver channel, we start in one spot and we end the sentence in another. There's none of that continuity thing. It's Flat Earth special around here. There's no continuity allowed. I'm going to switch these screens because it has me looking off to the side like I'm not involving myself with you, the audience. So we're going to swap these in my tri-monitor setup that I purchased when I actually had money. God bless if this setup breaks. I'll never be able to put it. It'll go to a dual monitor immediately. I'm so broke. And that is not a plea for super chats. That's just a comment. But let me read some of the comments you guys are leaving here. Yeah, Terry, let me get a meets together, or unless you guys already have one, maybe I could just we have 22 and you have 24 watching. Oh yeah, we could combine forces. We could do this 2 ways. I did just start my stream, so obviously I don't really want to shut down mine or anything, but we don't have to shut down streams. We could actually combine forces and have a multi-stream. We have the technology, although I don't know how. We could probably share screens. We could make this happen. I don't know how you guys' internet connections are, but that's not going to be a problem for me. If anything, my computer will just buckle under the force because she's getting aged. Just the core. I mean, you know how it works with computers. It's just the guts. It's the CPU, RAM, motherboard. RAM's previous generation, expensive to upgrade, like to get more RAM because it's old, which is stupid, let's face it, but they just stopped making it. They're like, oh, you can buy like budget RAM for 3 times what the new stuff costs. By the time you actually double my RAM, go from 16 to 32 gigs, which would really help for the video processing, you could literally put a new motherboard and the RAM in there. The only thing left to buy at that point is a CPU. So I mean, it's stupid. They're like, oh, you could still do it. I'm like, I'm saving $200 versus building a new computer. Like, that's ridiculous. With like a Ryzen 8 core, I think I've got an i7. Might be i5, but I feel like I upgraded to i7 at some point there. They became really cheap, and there was no point not to. See, I don't even remember now. Hold on. No, I think I've got like a Gen 3 i5 or something like that. So it's not your original i5. It's a sexier beast than that baby. But let's get to the comments here and see what Terry said. Terry, do you have me in Discord? Why don't you send me a message in Discord? Or I'm always trying to get Dead Kennedy in space in here, but the guy plays video games until like 3 in the morning, then falls asleep in his underwear or something. I mean that with love. I like Dead Kennedy, but like he's always like, you'll see it's like playing such and such video game, and then you send him a bunch of messages. He's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I spaced right out." It's like, so I love it. Yeah, I can't finish that sentence today. 1744 wins at Brainy Beaver. Oh, okay, yeah. 1744. Yeah, I never read that. I never got to that. See, I start in one spot and I don't even get back. Nearly 6 p.m. 1744. Okay, so that's 5:44. I got you. 6:44 UK time. That, yeah, I had a feeling of that one. Wait, what's Wens? Wends. That's a place, but I don't know what you're talking about because I'm super Canadian. I'm ahead of you all. Like Planner Walk, every time I talk to him, he's in the future. I'm like, do they still make sandwiches? I feel like maybe they don't. Like, oh, remember Fifth Element? We'll just take that little pill and we'll pop it in the microwave, close the door for like 30 seconds and come out with a rotisserie chicken. That's the one. Higgs boson could do that. We just don't have the freaking energy to make it happen. Like, you know, knowing how to do something is one thing, and then making it happen can be totally another. I can join with my audio. Oh, is it just you wanting to join, Terry? Oh yeah, well you're still live, right? So you're talking about like we can just join up the audios between the two, right? And we can have a dual stream. I like the idea. I actually thought of proposing that to you, but I didn't know. I just don't like stepping on people. You got your own thing going on. I want to piss on your parade, you know. Check Discord. I will. It automatically goes in streaming mode, so that's why I didn't hear anything. Invalid invite. Oh, that's previous. Okay, so do you guys have a meets going already? Because I could just hook up to your meets, and that would just bring us together. Yeah, that should work. Or how are you guys talking right now? Debunk flat water. Well, you see, Jimbo. Actually, did you guys see this flat out Faye? I guess they were talking about her on. I'm not sure. I was doing paperwork and I had my video to finish, so I think like the Flat Earth and that might have been talking about it, because I feel somebody's stream was talking about it, because I know they showed the footage of her in the airplane where she like mouthed like it's flat. I didn't even read the comment to that damn $2. I'm a terrible streamer, you know. Hold on, let me get that comment. Oh, you know what? The new YouTube window is fantastic for that, because it tells me that stuff. Good day from Aussie Perspective. Oh, that's not. You gonna make me do this? I don't know how to rotate this. I used to know how to rotate this. Oh, well, I'm not gonna bother right now because apparently I know what I'm doing. I'm sure it's one of the keys I have to press here to rotate it, but I'm not gonna screw with it because I forget things during the day, then I have to do it in the evening. And yeah, let's read some more comments here before we look at a few things. Whoa, why am I all the way down there? There we go. Check Discord. Yeah, okay. What do you, we have Zoom. Send me an invite. Oh. Send me an invite. Oh, like to meets. Here, I'll just talk to you in here. You want a meets invite? Oh, I see. Because if I send you a meets, you can just link up the audios between another meets window. Is that what you're thinking? I just want to make sure we're doing this right here. I've never actually done this. This will be fun. And I can turn this bullshit music off. This is bad. Hold on, let me fix this. I don't know where the window is. There's too much IQ. Hold on, you're lost in the ether, everyone. Alright, we'll switch that. This is free stuff, so you get what you get kind of thing. If I wanted to really rage out, we could listen to some real stuff, but... Yeah, I like terrible music. It's okay. I'm fine with it. Are you fine with it? That's the question. Just all of a sudden, just mass unsubs. Oh, it was terrible music. It was so bad. You should have been there. I'm way back on the frickin' comment stream here. Hold on, let me find you guys all. Check Discord. Well, at least I don't have too many people in here. Another flat earther pretending to oppose. Yeah, I don't even know. She's cute. I mean, cute. I said not hot. She's cute. And besides, we don't use here at the Brainy Beaver, we don't use this kind of derogatory, like, degrading terms for women. We stop at cute. That's not true. I'm terrible. I'm just trying to put on a different face for you people. Jimbo is Giants and... Or Bimbo is a Giants and Rocks believer. Oh my god. Are you saying honestly that I didn't look at all their videos. I read that right now. That's terrifying. Can you verify the rumors that Sleeping Warrior peed into a bottle during a live stream? I mean, I've seen what everybody else saw, but I can tell you that we can go over this. Here, well... Yes, the audio will link. Give me a meets link, please. Yes, sure. Okay. Okay, 1 second, buddy. We'll get you a meets link. We can hang out for a little bit, and then maybe we'll detach or whatever. Because I don't know how it'll work for like showing videos or anything like that. It might be a bit of a dick for something like that. Bum bum bum. Use a meet code. I don't want to use a meet code. Switch count. Yeah, I'm singing. It's true, and I'm not singing to the music either. It's just what I do. You should hear me. Like, honestly, this is me when I'm just sitting here doing paperwork. Like, there's no music around or anything. I'm just being me. What the hell am I even doing? Oh, yeah. Password. Don't make me. 1 second. Well, I get into the comments while we do this. At least I can maybe keep an eye on that. So much IIQ. All right, where are we here? Squirrel. Yeah, squirrel. That's exactly, see? That's the first comment I saw, too, so how fitting. Where are we here? Password, password, password. And then I'll do this stupid thing where like, I read it out to you guys. Like, my password is... Oh, there it is. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Where is the window? There it is. We're in. We cracked the code, everybody. Are you guys like me? Do you have a billion passwords and you need a book of it? Like, I literally have like a piece of folded together into like a multi-page book. Like, what was your password for that thing again? And I don't have a lock on, like, I should really have a password on the computer because somebody comes and steals this computer. I guess I've just given them everything. Here you go, have all my passwords. I don't need them. Join or start a meeting. Terry, if you haven't seen one of my streams before, it takes me forever to do everything. Stream it with Beaver and Warrior. Stream. Maybe we'll just call it Warrior Stream, ha, as a pun. You know what I mean? As far as the confirming, it looked like he pissed in a bottle or in a cup or something. Like, it was pretty legit. Why else did he actually cover the camera? And he says going loo. Right in the comments you can see it. He should have blanked the comments out too in the rerun, because it's terrible. I go, well, yeah, you can do that, because once you edit a video, I think the rerun of the comments on the side stream's gone anyways. So, I mean, he could have absolutely done that. Camera failed. Who ya at failed? I'm running OBS here. Let me... Virtual cam, initiate. All the technology we get to run on our computers to make this dream come alive. Settings. Camera, OBS camera, done. Oh, magic. Coming your way, Terry. We'll see how this magic happens. Let's see if I got all those audio settings right. We can make this one also named check, check, mic, check. Check, check, mic, check. Can you hear me, Australia? Come in, Australia. You're coming in upside down. I can't hear you. Oh, fucking Australians. You gotta be upside down, you know? You just give the flat earthers like, so you're telling me those assholes in Australia are upside down? It's like, well, they do everything else backwards. Why would that shock you? And I'm kidding. We're basically popsicle Australians. Hey, there he is. Guess I have to cut the music out now. Okay, you guys are like, yes, cut that music out. Where is it? Fucking Windows. Probably demonetized already, I bet. I don't even know how that happens. Terry, 1 second. Okay, one second, Terry. I have a window around here that's playing music. Found it. Okay, there we go. I'm coming, Terry. Oh God, I'm coming. Oh, that sounded terrible. Now I'm demonetized. Hey! Can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
I can't hear me. 1 second, Terry.
Hello, hello. What's going on here?
Make something happen. I'm sobering up here. We can't let this happen.
I got microphone.
No, it'll be on my end, Terry.
One sec.
Second.
He's just linking it all up, Terry.
So you just wave your hand if you can hear me.
He can.
Okay.
He's gonna be able to hear himself back. That's the problem here. I need to manage. There it is. Okay. See 1 second here. Microphone.
We hear you, Terry. They can't hear you.
Aux output.
So YouTube can hear me now
Yes,
on two different streams.
on 2 different streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you can hear me,
Maybe
Terry,
it might have been better to do it the other way around. Brainy join our stream.
I just have to figure out where you are on the output here, like what you're
This is
hearing.
testing the technical skills, isn't it?
Can you hear me right now?
He looks all confused.
No, you can't hear me. It's 1 second, buddy. No, like, I can make it so you can hear me now, right? See, maybe you have to reset.
Should be
the
just a
settings
normal
and-
setup where he's just hearing my audio and I hear your audio.
You know that feeling where you get set up with that really hot chick on a blind date? And she
No.
shows up.
No.
She never shows up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Say yes, Terry.
Yes, Terry.
You guys can't. Oh, you guys can hear them at least in the stream.
I use banana. Nothing is simple. I've got banana.
Yeah, and nothing is simple.
See, the problem is I
So
put
what can they see on his channel
cable
with
output.
me
They can't see.
over there?
Microphone.
They can't see anything. They can just hear.
Okay. Well, that's another. Beaver's left the meeting and left me all by myself.
Can you hear me now?
Megazord.
Check, check. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No bananas, we want kiwis. Who's saying
check,
that?
check, check, check.
Check, check, check.
There it is.
I heard you. No echo?
Yeah, it's just a fucking difference between the settings in Chrome and the settings in Meets, because they have, I guess, I don't know. Goddamn Windows. Anyways, hey! We're live, everybody!
Hey!
Hey!
So,
can you guys...
so we have some.
we can hear it.
Here, am I gonna go read some Reddit?
Well, Brainy's in here now.
I'm in here now.
Hi, Brainy.
Hello.
How you doing, sweetie?
Sweetie, how's it going?
Morning, Brainy.
Input. Yeah, that's right.
Hello, sugar britches.
Hey, sugar.
Well, I've got unpaid shills. I've got Peter Harrington. I've got Huey, which he's muted at the moment, and I've got Pip, Pie Parrot, and Aaron's muted. He's muted at the moment, and you got myself.
I will never
Thanks,
remember
Terry.
all of that.
Yeah.
But yes. How's it going?
Don't worry about me,
Davros.
Terry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Demonic Davros. I was looking somewhere else at the time.
Are you guys able to share like things to them on your screen that you get at all? How does that work for you?
I can
I am
share, and anyone else on the panel can share.
Well,
I'm
because
no
what
longer
I'm
legally
getting,
allowed to share things over
what
the
I'm-
internet.
because all I'm getting at is if I share screen to, well, you can see right here. You're watching my OBS on
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah,
So,
our YouTube can see you, Brainy.
okay, so if you want to bring, like, if you want me to display video, even if we just do this like a regular stream, you can just bring them in on that even at some point here, just by sharing this. It's backwards though. Is it backwards to you?
No, just upside down.
No, fair enough. But it actually displays backwards to me, like I'm looking at it in a mirror, on the Meet screen.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, I get you. Well,
get
you can flip that. There is a setting to flip that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You guys just teach me something new every time I'm in here. Oh, change the
Well, I don't know
layout.
anything. I don't know anything. I'm the least technical savvy person around.
He is.
After the keys incident, I'm not allowed to share anything over the internet.
I was wondering how people got different orientations on the thing. That's where the options are for that too. It doesn't matter if it's backwards
Maybe
on
in
there anyways.
options.
Well, see, at the moment I'm sharing through my YouTube channel your screen,
Interesting.
and
This is magic.
I open that tab up and I've got the Meets window, which if I go to, okay, if I went to Zoom, yeah, that'd be the same
You
thing.
did great, by the way.
Yeah, I can't share.
That's funny.
I can't share the Meets. I can't share the Meets window by the look of it. I think I can.
all right,
Wait a
I'm
minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
where's
the Meets
the-
window
wait,
came up, Terry.
But if they
There
could
you
see
go.
me on,
That's-
I see. How are you doing that then if you're not sharing your screen anyways? If you can see me on yours, I'm not on your stream.
Because Zoom is awesome.
Here, this is gonna be like Inception. We're gonna.
It is. I've got a Brainy with a Brainy in a Brainy.
Yeah, but my YouTube's not seeing anything except our Zoom. Okay, so that can't work that way. That looks like it has to work the other way. That's the only way they can see you.
When you shared the Meets
Meets.
before, it did come up.
But on YouTube,
Yes.
Ooh, that's a sexy guy on the
Oh,
screen.
okay.
I can see
Yeah.
myself.
I can see him now.
that's YouTube.
Yeah. So when you put Meets up before, it actually went out on YouTube.
Okay, well that's Meets there. Okay,
Oh, it
so
doesn't
if Brainy
matter.
showed a video, so if Brainy showed a video now through my YouTube, we'd be able to see any video or picture you show.
You seem like you're a little zoomed in on me though.
Oh, jeez, picky.
Oh,
Well, I have to make
All
sure
right,
I have to
okay,
make sure my video conforms to your criteria now, though.
Terry, you got to make sure he doesn't beaver bomb you.
Oh. So now, if I go back to quickly, I just want to quickly have a look in. Now, if I stay in Zoom, do I?
Yes.
And that's what shows up in Zoom. That's
There you go.
Brownie's.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I got the right thing.
Yeah, you got to get the thing with the thing.
Yeah. So that's meets what user's seeing. If I pass over the bottom, you see the bottom bits where it says meeting
Yeah.
details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see it.
Okay.
I don't know if outside see it though.
I'll tell you in a minute when it pops. I've got a bit of lag here.
Oh, so do I. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm busy watching Brainy eating.
Brian wants a link. He doesn't like bloody Discord Zoom, Brian. That's what you told me.
Woo, 5,000
Brian
South Korean
Peck.
won.
Yeah, Brian Peck, yeah.
Some
Wow.
Mr. Beaver, I think there's some scuffy-looking, big-headed person hijacking the broadcast. Oh wait, did you disclose your face? Never mind. I disclosed my bald spot forming. Oh, it's getting bigger.
Bald
It's a-
spot? You mean more like a hair spot?
It's a solar panel for a sex machine.
Can you throw Brian a Zoom link,
It's okay.
Peter? Brian Peck. I don't know where he is in Discord
That's-
or not to send him a link.
I'll see what I
Hey,
can do.
Quisa, thank you
Hey,
for the
Brainy, that's
donation,
not
by the
a
way.
forehead. That's a 12 head.
That's it. I'm
Yeah.
getting there.
And Brainy, you can see
Sounds
how
like-
long you've been wearing your headset for.
That is
Shrub it away.
probably what that's from.
My
just
my
take it
son
back further.
my son fixed that. My son fixed that. You know, Beaver. That look.
Shaved it right off.
He just went completely shaved. Yeah.
I trim it now. Like it was, I had hair. I actually had hair not like 6 months ago. I had an actual haircut, but I said fuck that.
You're not much young. You're not much older than my son, are you?
33, the magic number.
Yeah, he's about that.
I'm
yeah.
the set off flurfer
Is that
number.
all? You're just a
Baby.
kid. Yeah.
The sexy kid, with
Wait,
white
43, you're barely
whitening
you're
hair,
barely older than some of my kids.
with whitening beard hair already from the children.
Don't worry, you'll grow
Damn.
up one day.
Virgin.
Oh, let's
Terry,
not talk
just to
about
say
gray
that's-
beards.
That's not coming through on YouTube. I can just see the Zoom icons.
Well, my stream's working great,
So you know.
just so you know.
And they seem to be frozen.
Let's not talk about gray beards. I like to think I've got that market cornered.
So do you want something different? Stop sharing.
No, it's just because YouTube just sees us. Frozen us, I think.
Yes, I think it was a frozen us.
No,
Brainy's lost for words.
I see you guys moving around on mine.
We need to give Brainy a subject.
I was
Intelligence?
I was gonna do it. I'm coming up with a subject. Somebody asked me if I can confirm that Sleeping Warrior peed in a cup, and if you want, we can go over some of that footage.
Yeah, yes. I'd like you to analyse it because I looked at it and I can't tell what he was doing.
I've got a theory with that, Brainy.
Okay.
I think he was actually mixing his drinks under the table. So
I think
the
he's just freaking CGI.
So the first pour that you heard was the bottle hitting the glass as he put the alcohol in, and then the second glug 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 sound that you hear is him putting in the mixer or the soft drink.
But that's not
Which is
where
funny because you
but
never seen him drink it.
But that's not where we're claiming that he actually peed. And by the way, you guys, somebody's reverbing. Somebody on your side's reverbing back a little bit. Just off speakers or something.
Oh, we're sorry.
Well, it's not the end of the
Well, this,
world.
this is the first time we've done it, so
It's me.
you've got to match your OBS similar to my not OBS banana settings. My banana settings might be conflicting with your banana.
Want to see my banana?
Well, it sounds
No.
like I'm hearing like almost. Well, there's either like a robotic reverb or I'm getting a speaker sound off somebody, like my own voice back a bit.
You know, There's definitely your voice coming back.
That's definitely in banana. One of your settings in banana's not quite.
Oh,
One of your
disappointed now. Oh, not my banana.
How's my YouTube stream looking now? Is that better?
Yeah.
Frozen. Well, it's frozen for me.
It's still frozen for me too, Terry.
Oh,
Okay.
blimey.
Hey, Shields, good seeing you again, my brother.
I think you guys are coming
How's
in.
Brian.
Frozen on YouTube, or is it
Shouldn't
just
be
me?
Shouldn't be an
How
echo
are you,
from
Brian?
While I stop
not doing
sharing
too bad.
again, and I'll go back to Aussie perspective. I'll...
Quisa, I think I said thank you, but thank you very much for the donation. And
How about just
okay,
making a meet? We all do that, and then we join meet. Yeah.
okay, I haven't heard this already. So Warren Evans said, Brainy Beaver, what do you think about Antonio Subrat's thinking he can see into the future? If behind him is the past, then in front of him must be the future.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
pretty special.
Yeah.
Pretty special.
Yeah, and his
Please tell me
name's
he didn't
Dim
actually
Dim.
say that.
Dim dim.
That's crazy.
I think Antonio Subarats exists so that other flatties have someone to laugh at.
Hey, now, see, by his own admission, he's only a genius now.
He's a legend in his own mind.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know what the problem is. I just found it.
I don't know.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, what it is because I've got OBS set up in a certain window for my YouTube videos that I usually watch, and they're a little bit smaller than the full screen. So you're only the size of my YouTube video.
Ooh, 3 brainies now.
So
Oh shit.
so
That's too much brainy.
what I'm going to be doing, if I can get it done tonight, I want to set up a couple more scenes in OBS, and
There's an
it'll
explanation
actually
for this.
fix
Emmett.
this.
Trust me.
We've got brainies everywhere.
There's an explanation for this. Trust me, and we're getting there. This is a video. Okay, so I don't just have some East Indian little boy on my computer.
Join meet. Join meet. Join meet.
Join me.
Yeah, send us a meat link.
Oh, you. Oh,
What, bit of bacon?
somebody requested a shirt with maple syrup being poured over bacon.
Oh, that was they and them.
That would have been there and then. I had
That's
to-
sacrilege.
Wait, what was your?
Had it had-
What's the problem with your
Sacrilege.
back feed that you're getting here? Did you?
What was that?
Did you? What was the problem you're having with the back feed? Did you figure it out? You said.
I'm having first. I'm fixing something else. Right, that's sorted. I think.
And what do you? I'm just curious. What do you think's happening that's
the
feeding
back.
that back?
Yeah, well, I can't change any settings on my side.
So unprofessional.
Yeah, I can't change anything on my side. I'd have to.
Well, it's coming from you guys because I'm hearing it back from you guys, right? So it has to be that somebody's either somebody's using speakers and we're just hearing a little bit of excess noise back, or if somebody's not using speakers and we're not hearing their mic, then I don't know. There's got to be a back feed somewhere. I know that there's something to do with timing on. Anyways, it's not a big deal. If it's weird if I talk certain ways, it doesn't seem to do it. Can you hear what I'm talking about?
My headset broke, you cockwomble.
Ah, so it's you son of a bitch. I knew it.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but my headset broke, so what I did was I ordered 2 headsets. So now I've got one in reserve in case this one breaks. And then if I get down to my reserve one, I order one more, and I've always got one in reserve.
Now you're
Yeah,
thinking.
I was worried Aaron broke you.
It's perpetual
No.
headset.
No, I've just got a gigantic head, and my big melon breaks headsets.
Here I'm just hating on you because you don't have, or wait, you do have a headset now though, so that's not the excuse. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Moving forward, I'll try not to yell into the mic because that's when I get it back. So somebody said, I haven't heard about Antonio seeing into the future. And then Jam Truth had some big breakup. Oh yeah, well, but I can we cover that? I think we covered that already to a degree.
Where's Wally does a lot of dim videos.
I'll just find the Where's Wally one. Just give me a moment.
Yeah, those are great. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My volume is quite low, apparently. Here, I can turn myself up. But it's gonna make me reverb back even worse. See, what might work to fix this is what if you guys just join the meets, like my meets, and then just run my meets?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's join meet.
Yeah, let's all get a meet together.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Hey,
I'm not worried about doing that. I just thought we'd be
I'm
able
about
to
three quarters. I'm about 3/4 lit. You could wheel an oily midget in here, and I'd be on top of that shit.
Here, send the meets invite to all of them, and then they can join up, and then we'll just drop the other thing and see if that fixes it. Because that should fix it.
Okay, I'll copy that.
Where are you posting it?
I'll put it in. I'll put it in here.
Because it should just make it so that my audio is just getting everything from meets, and we're all just talking on meets, and then you can take the audio your way, and I'll take the audio my way, and it should fix this issue.
So when I've been on the after show with Sean and Jose's one, and I've left and I've had Zoom up and running, and I'm still in meets at the same time. Everyone was able to talk to one another, but no one ever mentioned anything about any echoing or feedback. So I don't know if that was. I'll find out next time when we do that to see what the settings were.
Well, it could be an individual. It could be an individual backfeeding too, though. It depends on the guests you have, maybe. But all I know is I'm sure the people can hear it on my side that I'm getting myself coming back at me.
Well, everyone's dropping at the moment, so I'll stay in here till the last person.
Well,
and if it's still there, then you'll know it's actually from my system.
Well, is that demonic?
I see a beaver.
Yeah, see,
I've got 2 more left. And Huey. And Peter.
Yeah, I think I'll duck out to Terry. Thanks anyway.
Okay, Huey.
All right, mate.
Did our meet join?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's still coming back.
Oh, still got the reverb.
See, you can hear it now, right? See, there's the reverb.
Yeah, I can hear it on this thing.
Yeah, see, it's coming back at me like I'm on a bad phone call.
But it's you.
Yeah, I'm hearing you again. I'm not hearing anybody else twice. No, I know it's me, but it doesn't matter because this wasn't an issue until you guys joined on your end.
Blame us because we're so far away.
It's not to do with it. It's just because I think there's
the Aussie lag.
This can happen depending on. Do you know what happened? This happened just the other day. Are you using B1 and B2 right now?
I'll guess a look. I'll put it up.
If you're using B1, this is exactly what happened with me and Vlad, and Dick ended up making me separate my B1s and B2s because you'll get a reverb between the B1s and B2s.
Yeah, it's because you're docking your bananas and you're not.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, I've got B1 in my auxiliary and I've got B2 in my B1.
Sorry, what?
In your B1 VA/IO out, I'm using B2, but in my B2 VA/IO auxiliary, I'm using B1.
I don't think you're thinking of those right. You're talking about like those 2 panels to the left of your recorder, like the cassette.
Yeah, the middle section. Yeah.
But those don't. Every single thing there is a B1 and a B2. All B1 and B2 is you. Okay, so how do I explain this? Okay, if you're looking at your banana, you have. Okay, get the hell out of your Zoom thing, or maybe this is.
Yeah, I will. I'm coming.
We'll see if that fixes it, because if not, it's definitely coming from the banana there.
Terry, you're terrible.
Well, you guys can hear it at least on this side, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Terry, you're fired.
It's gone.
My microphone.
Right, I'm out of it. I'm out of Zoom.
Reverb is fixed.
Are you in here?
Yeah, I'm still in the meet.
Check.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, Terry, you're sacked.
See, it's not coming back now.
Check.
You guys can hear it's not coming back now. I can hear you. Mic check.
All right.
Check.
And I'm here.
Check.
Cool. Now we're going to destroy your stream.
We got a little bit back, but the one thing I was gonna. Okay, so just to explain to you, do you want to Okay, so here, actually, I'll just show you. Watch. You're seeing my screen anyways, and I actually have banana as one of my settings. Boom. So if you look, window capture. Okay, so if you look at my banana here, let me just get this.
Have a peek at my banana, will you?
Take a look at my banana.
Wrong.
So if you look at the banana
Yeah,
here,
we peak.
what I'm gonna show you is that I can bring it up on my actual screen here so I can interface with it, so you can see my mouse and everything. Okay, so you're talking about this and this, right?
You're not using B1 and B2 in there. Okay.
Well, but I'm not using anything from you guys in there right now because it's all about how you're set up. Remember, we're all set up differently because it's how you've set it up. So what I've done is you guys right now go to my main right here. You just go to my desktop audio. So
Right.
so you see how when you talk you're right here?
Yeah, in the second one.
Yeah, okay. So now the thing is what you need to realize, oh yeah, I'm pointing at the wrong damn thing. I've got like 3 bananas on my screen right now because I've got 3 bananas. What you've got to realize is that, okay, so these are all just different channels. None of these are B1, B2, anything, right? None of this has anything to do with these B1s and B2s, okay?
Right. Okay.
So what this is channels. So like for instance, I've decided by clicking here and telling it I want this to be my blue microphone, right? So
Right.
so I've said this is my microphone. So then this allows me to set up my microphone thing. So I can turn my microphone up, turn it down independently. I can B2, B1. Now these are my outputs. I'll get to that. So now the thing is, if I want to hear my own microphone, I can go like this, and I'll hear my own microphone in my headset right now. Because if you look over here, A1 is set as my headset right here. So when I turn on A1, I literally get my own voice coming right back into my headset. I can hear myself right now echoing, but you can't hear. Well, you can hear me through B2, right? But either way,
Right.
you're not getting the echo because this is internal to my headset. But by turning this off, I now can't hear myself again, but it's there. Now A2 is, this is going to reverb for a second. A2 is my speakers. Because if you look over here, A2 is set up as my speakers. So all I'm doing here is saying, where do I want like my, and of course, where do I want my audio to play, in my headset or my speakers? Now I don't use my A3 typically, but that's the same thing, just another source. Pick where you want it to go, right? So now if you look here, just to keep going here, if you look at how do I explain this best? These are also inputs. These are just more inputs. So like you see I have check and stream. I can pull, for instance, I could pull you guys into here if I set up Discord to have you come in here, and I could have a phone call come in here. And then I can hear you both by having A1 because I could hear both of you. And for instance, if I wanted to shut somebody up and mute them, I can just turn them off and now I won't hear them, right? And remember, A2 is always my speakers, so unless I want it to come out my speakers,
Oh,
I
is
don't
that
hit
the
A2.
Oakley button?
So yeah, well that's the kill. That's like, well, this only kills it for me, but this button here is what makes it live to everybody else. So if I killed this, I wouldn't be able to hear them, but everybody else would be able to hear them because I'm broadcasting B2. B2 is an output. A's are inputs, B's are outputs. So think about that, okay? So what you're doing here
I'm gonna
is
output.
So what you're doing here is you could bring in a stream from each one of these, and then you can pick which one. You know, I could mute somebody to the audience and keep talking with this one person and just shut them down, and then bring them back in, or make it so the audience can't hear them because they're being vulgar. So I could just talk to them, and all of this does is bring them in and out of the output. Now, where the problem happens when you bring people in and you're using A1, B1, and B2, because there's both outputs. Like if you look, it lights up the other output. See? So
Yes,
if you start,
I do. That's the problem I've got. Yeah.
yeah. So the problem is what happened was I brought them both in here. I brought Dick Dawson and them into here, and I had this like this, and they were getting the exact reverb that I was getting there. So what he had me do is, and I didn't understand this either, which is why I'm explaining it to you, because he had to show me this. Is that, you know, Pig just told me just have them both active, but that doesn't make a lot of sense, I guess, once you know what they're doing. So once you know what they're doing, what you're doing here is you're your B2 is actually your aux output. When you look at the options, when you're looking in like settings for something like Discord, and it shows you all your different outputs, because let's face it, once you have banana, it gets a little confusing sometimes, right? Because there's a lot of them. You have an aux output, and that's your B2, but then you have like an output, like a line or like a main output or like voice meter output kind of thing, and that's B1. And so there's the two different outputs. So you can actually put one thing on output B1 and another thing on output B2. But the problem is if you start playing B1 and B2, there can be a delay between the two, and then the people you're talking to are actually getting both of them, because for instance, if the call you're in, if you're sending them B1 or B2 or both of them or whatever, then they start getting a little echo between them, right? So you got to make sure they're only on one. So
Yep.
So you just got to get your outputs straight as far as whether you're using aux output, which is I think this one, or main output, which is this one. And then as far as these are all just your inputs. Like I can turn my headset up independently, my headset down. This is my speakers independently, because this is just my A1, A2, and then again I don't use A3, and that's A3. And double clicking always zeroes it. So you can, this is kind of gives you a better idea of what you're doing with your banana, basically. Yeah. So I'm pulling you guys into the system audio. You can see here. So you just come into the same audio stream that everything comes into, because you're my guests. I don't really have a need to mute you guys or anything. But if I pulled a guest in on another source, I'd probably pull them into, aux, VIO or whatever here, so that I could isolate them if I need to.
Oh, Brainy, just to let you know, apparently the word stream can't be used with Sean Hufford anymore.
Stream?
Just think about it. Anthony Riley.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Isn't he Streaming Warrior? That's what I thought his name was.
The Streaming Warrior?
Well,
What?
Here, let's do it.
Leaky Warrior.
Let's do
Leaky Warrior.
I'm bringing up Leaky Warrior. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. I like to talk about it. Anybody who's been commenting at me and I haven't seen it, I'm sorry. Hey, Beav, Ire, how you doing, buddy? Only sheeple can't see. Your volume is much better now. Thank you. Yeah, it looks like I'm way higher. I'm actually gonna go into the settings, because I think somewhere my sound settings got really adjusted here.
Oh, Brainy, I've got to ask you a question. Do you know who Dave Hinkle is?
I don't know if I do.
He's making assertions in your chat that he's made a 10-mile mirror flash across a lake with 66 feet of missing bulge or curvature. I hope he realizes that at 9.6 miles, it's only 6 feet of drop.
Yeah, because what is it, like 13 kilometers is where you just kind of start seeing curvature, like you won't see the bottoms of trees and stuff like that.
Yeah, 9.6 miles is about 13 kilometers.
Aaron Armstrong just
14 and a
subscribed.
bit.
Thank you, Aaron Armstrong. Sorry, I was just jumping in there and throwing that out there. Thank you for subscribing, buddy. Yeah, that is funny as shit, really. That's hilarious. Where is my input? Okay, here we go. Cable output. That's not right. Well, somehow, manage sound devices. Somehow, I think my here we go. System sounds.
Well, I'd like to have my turn at talking about my banana.
You talk about your banana, bro, but
No,
I
don't
think
let 'em.
somewhere I think my mic got actually turned down in like Windows settings. So once I find that damn wherever that's happened, I'll fix this mic a little bit. But anyways, talking about your banana now. And we're gonna pull up Sleeping Warrior. Just everybody hang tight for a few minutes. Whoever's in the live stream here, we're gonna bring him up.
The Streaming Warrior? What?
Streaming.
Speaking of things that are funny, I cannot believe I missed Nathan Thompson royally screwing up anatomy physiology earlier.
Yeah, that was classic.
Missed that one.
Myelin sheath.
Yeah, it'll grow your myelin sheath. It's like, and you want a
can't.
thicker myelin sheath for what reason?
Check. No, that's not.
Yeah, because apparently it grows muscle.
It does not.
No, I know. And it took me all of 5 seconds to find out that the only reason you need to regrow myelin sheath is if you have multiple sclerosis.
I mean,
Or
you
some
also, need
other-
to you also need to regrow it in the term in a denervation injury of a peripheral neuron, but that's
Yeah.
neither here nor there.
I only have one thing to say about what Nathan said, and that's wah wah wah.
Oh yeah, he owes Barney Tearspell $20 too.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Reptilian brain. It's like that's not in there.
Why is it
I
that?
think he.
Why is it
I
that
think he
Windows
actually
has a
thinks there's a
million?
real reptile brain in our head.
Why is it that Windows has a million different sound settings?
Because it's a complicated system that's about 5 systems all wearing a trench coat.
Your sound's fine to hear.
Because it's a
Touch
60.
it.
Well, because I have it
64
cranked to like 7, though. That's not normal. That's not the way.
No,
That's not the way that should
the latest iteration of Windows is a 64-bit extension to a 32-bit patch to a 16-bit operating system layered over an 8-bit operating system that was originally written on a 4-bit processor by a 2-bit company that doesn't give 1 bit about any of its customers.
Well, lately they've been putting out a
Still
lot
cheaper
of
than Apple.
Yeah, Apple can suck my big hairy ball sack. I hate them so much. Why don't they just pretend? Why don't they just pretend any harder to not want to shake you by your goddamn ankles for every penny they can shake from you? It's ridiculous. You know what? Bold. We'll take away your earphone jack so you can't use any normal headphones ever again until you buy our adapter that and you just lost it. Better order another one. That's
you're talking
ridiculous.
about Apple.
Oh yeah, I hate Apple so much.
Apple.
Oh god. And then you anybody who watches Louis Rossmann, he'll show you how like somebody will come in from the Apple Genius Bar and they'll be like, yeah, they said I should basically buy a new laptop. He'll fix it for like $3. And the person will be like, what do I owe you? He'll be like, come back when it really breaks. And like he sends them home with like a wire he solders from point A to point B. And the reality is that they don't know anything about fixing a computer. They plug it into a thing and they stand around and they whistle for a little bit and then they go, yeah, it's a level 5 repair, motherboard needs. Well, they quote enough parts that yeah, if you replace all those parts, I bet you got a working PC. Because what is a laptop other than the main motherboard essentially, which probably some of them come with like a. I bet you the CPUs on a lot of laptops are literally soldered right to the board. I bet you can't even change.
A lot of them are.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like a level 5 motherboard repair is essentially saying we're gonna essentially replace the guts of your PC. Like we're gonna literally build you a new PC, slap the old case back on it, charge you like 89% of what it will cost you to buy a new computer, and then we're gonna say, but you're gonna have, and we're gonna explain all this to you in a way that you're gonna realize that I can either buy a new old computer or buy a new computer. So then they send you to buy a new computer, sell you the new computer, refurbish your old computer for a fraction of the cost they told you it was gonna cost, and then sell that fucker to somebody else for an exorbitantly overpriced amount. And then, oh, by the way, here's your Apple Care package too. It's literally criminal what they do.
PC Master Race.
And they won't help people fix them. They've sued Louis Rossmann for fixing the damn things. They literally don't want him fixing them even.
It's not just the CPU that's soldered on though. They've gone to the extent of actually soldering memory on now. So you can't even upgrade the memory.
Like that's ridiculous.
You know, it's
See, I wonder if I... Oh, man, if I touch anything here, it's going to fuck with this stream. Yeah.
Oh, and the fact that Apple won't allow you to put any extended memory into your phone.
Really? Oh, well, that doesn't...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they don't... Oh, you can't put memory cards in them. My God.
I've got an Android with 1.5 terabytes of memory, and it suckets Ghost of Steve Jobs.
Yeah, I don't know why this is app volume and device preferences. Well, I'm gonna switch this for 1 second. If you lose me for a second, I'm coming right back. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Don't threaten us.
Don't threaten me.
Yeah.
Don't you dare fucking
Threaten me with a good
me.
time, will you?
Don't you dare. Okay, where is it? Check, mic, check. I don't know why that's so low, but here we are.
Yeah,
Hello,
check,
can you
mic,
hear
check,
me?
Check, mic, check.
So checking the mic check.
I don't.
1, 2, checking mic.
There's literally like 3 different audio. You've ever done that? Like for the longest time, I couldn't figure out why my speakers wouldn't go very loud, and then I found like a sound setting behind a sound setting behind a sound setting in my computer. I was like, oh, you know what? That's what did it. I just updated like my GeForce drivers, and there was some bullshit last time where there was like there was
Your
like
HDMI audio would be ticked.
Yeah, some sort of audio setting that there was some sort of, there was an extra, there it is right there. Realtek HD Audio Manager. All of a sudden I clicked on it one day and it was like volume was halfway and I'm like, oh my God, there it is. Like, why would there be another volume setting? Like, just make it more complicated. Why don't complicate it? I just said a jam truth word. Okay, so this is getting boring for the people watching, so let's get into Anthony Riley pissing. Well, we're going to do Anthony Riley pissing. So we'll start with that. I know I put that chick on there, but... Oh, main volume? That's...
Let's dish.
I know he's a disgusting individual, but there's no way in hell he actually did that, is there?
He did.
If they're going to make wild-ass claims, we should be able to make wild-ass claims.
I mean, I agree. I agree with everything he just said. You know what? I give up.
I say we turn the tables on them. We start pulling the wildest, craziest shit right out of our ass, and we start telling them, yeah, give us proof. Prove this. And then every time they come up with something, oh, that's CGI.
Man, I hate Windows sometimes. I really do. I love you, Windows, but I hate you at the same time. PC Master Race.
It's like your redheaded ex. You had the best time with her, but at the same time, everything was just nuts the entire time.
See, right there. There's the sound control panel along with the Windows settings. Why? Why do you need 2 damn settings? Like, there it is. Microphone set to 73%. So let me just keep an eye on this while I... Watch this. Check. Yeah, see? Check. See, now it's better. Now I'm set at like +2, not +7. That makes way more sense. See? There's like, I turned up every other setting in the computer, and then finally I'm like, I know there's another one here, and then finally it was like system sound settings, like a whole nother, you get the one like the device manager window, like the actual old school like classic Windows one, or it gives you all your devices and stuff.
That's the hardware audio settings.
But that's so ridiculous. Why can't you make those, like, really? You can't make those 2 turn each other?
No, because Windows is an entity of its own design.
Oh, we lost people because I was being boring. This is what happens. All right, so Anthony Riley, I've talked about it enough. Let's find him. I have a link in my Discord. I also have somebody mentioning...
Well, we can't have been that boring, Beaver, because you had about 24 and I had about 22 watching, so what happened to them all?
Well, I've got 50. Well, I've got 50 watching. Yeah, I see that. I suddenly saw that. Yeah, I've got 50 watching now. So what do you got, huh, bro? Huh? We gonna compare? We gonna compare numbers? I'm just teasing.
Yeah, I know.
Where in the hell am I going with my life here? There, that's right.
I've still got 16 somewhere. I don't know why.
While we wait for that, I do have something to show everybody. It is right over here.
Not Belle Delphine, is it?
What the hell is Belle Delphine?
She sells her own bathwater.
Oh man, I drink that bathwater. Have you seen that chick? Oh my god.
Yeah, I want to eat her octopus.
It's insane. Like, I'm not into the whole anime thing. Like that whole part of it is just whatever. But just like, she is hot. Like she is very hot. I don't know what it is. There's something about her. I don't know. I hate to be a typical man, but there's just, I guess maybe it is the whole outfit. I don't know. I know I'm not into anime.
She's got that raw sex appeal about her.
I think it's just that she acts like an adorable little...
tested for bathwater, and it contained no human DNA.
Probably because she didn't want to be sued for selling people fucking real bathwater. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? It's like, I'm just gonna fucking give her some sink water here. You got some like pasta DNA in there, some craft dinner DNA. Oh, that's
Right, I
funny.
forgot you're Canadian. You and your KD.
What the hell? You don't have KD? Oh yeah, that's right.
We
You
call
said-
it mac and cheese, but
You
you
just
just go
have-
ahead and keep calling it KD.
That's because it's actually called craft fucking dinner. I'll get you a box.
It doesn't say that in America.
It's disgusting. Make
Yeah,
your own.
ours says mac
Wait.
and cheese.
But wait,
I'd
is
say
it made by?
around-
Is it even made by Kraft? Aren't they a Canadian company? I can't remember.
Yeah, no, it's made by Craft Australia.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Okay, so like I get that companies have divisions. I think is it Kraft a Canadian company originally? Is it an American company? I can't remember.
Beaver, it's American. It's
What is wrong with Canadians? They think every company started in Canada.
A lot of the companies in Canada do. Hold on. A lot of the companies in Canada did start in Canada because of certain laws that we have with regards to American
No, but
companies.
you think about all the companies all over the world. Didn't they have a start in Canada somewhere?
Well, it's only because I know that that's either an American company or a Canadian company, and what I can tell you is that a lot of American companies can't break into the Canadian market because we have ownership laws that don't allow American corporations to buy more than 50% of Canadian certain Canadian, like a lot of Canadian companies. Like takeovers need to be approved, and American companies are actually not allowed to take over Canadian companies unless it's approved by the government. So if the government doesn't,
That's what they're going to invade you.
well, technically they are invading us. I mean, okay, what you got to realize about America is that okay, so economically, like I was in a Twitter battle with some chickie poo from America at one point, and she said, your economy is the size of Texas's. And she thought somehow she was insulting me. But,
Yeah, Texas. Woo!
and that's great for Texas. But what I tried to inform her afterwards is what you don't realize is that America's economy is so much bigger than every other economy in the world that like Canada, I said, yeah, Canada has the 10th largest economy in the world. Russia has the 13th largest economy in the world. And Texas has a larger economy than Canada. If you took California away from America, America would stay number one in the largest economy in the world still, and California would tuck in at number 3. Like, and would push Canada to 11 and Russia to 14th. Like that's how big the American economy. It's almost, and like what a lot of people forget is it's also one of the largest. It's one of the largest economy or largest populations in the world. So when you combine like the you know, they were the first to a lot of things that let them get their economy the way it is, and let's face it, the world economic system goes through America, which is where a lot of it comes from. But because of that, you combine that with the fact of sheer population and the fact that they don't really like to protect their people from, you know, economics as much. They kind of like to let the free market just piss on people a bit. I mean that respectfully. It definitely makes for a good
Speaking
economy.
of piss,
But yeah, no, that's a good point. But
You've also got to take into consideration America spends more on the military than most countries even earn or have.
oh, absolutely. And like for instance, one thing that I will give America credit for, that I have to lay blame to my own country for, is that one of the things that Canada benefits from is living next door to the largest military force in the entire world, and there's really no way that they're going to want somebody hostile to own Canada, since we kind of share our resources fairly willy-nilly and we're not a hostile force. So I mean, we're kind of like America light in the north, you know. So the thing is,
there are advantages of having a super friendly relationship with your next door neighbor who happens to be the bully.
well, yeah, well, no, exactly. And so the thing is, bully or no bully, I mean, I don't see America, I guess in some respects as being the bully, but at the same time, I don't necessarily like, I mean, I will give you the fact that I when I was younger, I was a little bit more critical of America. Now I'm a little bit more informed in my viewpoint, in the sense of like what I would say is that, you know, if it wasn't America, somebody else would have to be the bully. And the thing is, like, I don't like the current bully in charge, but all I was going to say is that you got to pick a team here a little bit. So, like, the thing is, originally it was about fighting communism and about the greater good of democraticness and all that kind of stuff. But the goal has shifted a little bit lately, which is a little bit unfortunate. I do say one last thing is that if America ever fell as a democracy, the Western world is fucked. Like, because the only thing holding us all together at this point is the fact that America is still actually a democracy.
Well,
America.
by bully,
Fuck yeah.
I simply meant by bully. I just meant the big boy on the block.
But yeah, no, exactly. And like, I mean, hey, listen, you got to credit where credit's due. America has a massive military. Now, I do think that the current state of foreign relations is a little bit of a pity, because the guy in there's a fucking idiot, and he like, I've never seen a president of America piss on his friend's face, on his allies' faces so hard, and literally snuggle to our enemies. It is the craziest thing. If he's not in Putin's pocket, he is the most willful idiot I've ever seen in my life, because it's shocking the things like goes the G7. Idiot. We should let Trump back in the fucking G8. He got kicked out because of Ukraine. This was only a few years ago, you dumbass. Well, I'm not in his pocket, but I think we should let those Russians back in, And, like, everything is all the way along. It's like, I mean, they must have a PP tape on him, too. I mean, speaking of Anthony Riley, there's a PP tape out there. Because
we're getting distracted.
We are getting distracted. So on that note, look at, while I bring up Anthony Riley. Ta-da! There is merch now. It exists.
My mommy says.
Yeah, my mummy says I'm advertiser friendly. I love that.
Megazord.
I am advertiser friendly, honestly. I am.
Oh, your mom lied to you.
Sorry?
Your mum lied to you.
My mommy said I'm advertiser friendly. You leave her out of this.
Yeah, here's another one for you.
Wrong.
Here's another one for you. Cheetos and Beavers. It doesn't get any better.
I mean, the one thing I will tell you is that I got laid off in the spring, and I see Warren Evans kind of said a comment along the lines of here. I didn't immediately think to myself, I wonder what happens if my children get sick, or my wife gets sick, or I get sick, because it's just not something that comes across my mind.
Universal healthcare.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. I will say that. That's a wonderful thing. My taxes may be high, but when I get sick, I just don't concern myself. I just, like, that's not something I'm concerned about. If we get sick, we go to the hospital. That's all there is to it. So that's a big thing. That's a big thing to, I mean, it's one thing to have to worry about your house and to worry about your car and to worry about all your other things, but then to add on, like, God, I hope nobody gets sick, because let's face it, those bills are hard to deal with. Those are real bills.
Hey, Brainy, just a story about Australian healthcare. I've had my leg in plaster for the last 2 months due to operation. The only bill I had to cover was for some oxycodone and aspirin, and it cost me all of $13.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. We have, like, a lot of Canadians have benefits too at our work. But anyways, we're getting off topic. We don't want to get too political. Here at the so go ahead. We'll let you say some comments. I don't want to ruin anybody's fun or anything. But I was going to say I don't like to get too political as it is, because let's face it, you piss off some people.
I'm not being political. I'm telling you that we've got free healthcare.
No, I know. everybody but America. Sorry, I was coughing.
America, fuck yeah!
I'm just teasing. I'm teasing all my American friends, by the way, everybody. I love you guys.
But we got titties and beer and guns.
Well, okay, because where I was going with that comment is we have been able to grossly underfund our military because we live beside America. So, like, we can piss and moan and say, oh, fuck America, warmongers. Meanwhile, while we sit back and, like, we have a very well-trained military, but we don't have a large military. Like, it's not as big as it would have to be if we were actually, sitting on our own, surrounded by some people that didn't like us. So, we're a northern nation. There's an Arctic between us and Russia. We're snuggled. We're basically on a gigantic island with our best friends, big old America, and they're sitting there on their porch with guns pointed at the sky going, yeah, fucking something was flying over. I shot it, though.
Canada would be safe if their entire military was an old half-blind man on a bicycle.
But the good news is that we do hold our own when we go to competitions, because we are a trained military, if not a large one. Here, I'm going to tuck this.
Good at curling.
Curling is our sport, sir. That is our sport.
I see. Well, I was talking to somebody, and they were saying they were Canadian military. Someone came up to me and was like, what does that actually imply? And I said, I hear that, and my response was, I hear they kill with kindness.
I'm going to have a coffee, so don't use it all.
Sorry, I'm Canadian. Sorry about that.
Any fucking melt, good grief.
Okay, so we've talked about it enough. I have it loaded, everybody.
The thing is, you don't need to be.
You Pip.
Okay, so at 2:10 at 2:10. This is where he's pouring. I'll get it up on the screen here. Give me a second here. Transition. And then we'll bring our window capture in. Properties. Was Adam Meekin? Oh, I was gonna hit that the other day so hard. I didn't get to it. Was Adam Meekin deprived of his rights?
By the police.
Kidnapped by Italian police. For the record, they were saying things like, well, you know, he wasn't guilty of anything, so, you know, we'll see what happens in court. I mean, what could they charge him with? I was like, are you serious? This is Italy. They'll just write something down on the piece of paper and the judge will go, yep. Like, it's, I mean, I'm not trying to beat up on Italy too much, but there is a lot of information you can find readily where their judicial system's just a little bit not exactly the most just.
Brainy, here's the thing. If an Italian cop has enough English to say, stop, do not move.
They were not in the wrong. I agree. He resisted. That was a resisting arrest. You would have got charged with resisting arrest in Canada. It was no different in America. Yeah. It's no different in Britain. I mean, this whole thing of like, he was doing nothing wrong. When they say fucking stop, you stop. That's how that works. If you try to leave, you're now leaving. That's. I had friends when we were kids. They'd be like, you know, the cops don't have jurisdiction on ice roads, eh? And I'd be like, you think so? They'd be like, because here, okay, so just anybody who doesn't know what the fuck an ice road is. An ice road is literally...
Ice road truckers.
Yeah, well, there you go, ice road. But that's a little extreme. That's a little extreme.
Ice road truckers, it's all right.
That's a little extreme. The extent that usually we're talking about is, okay, like, so like one spot in my hometown, there was a spot where, you know, like town of 6,000 people, there's a spot where like you could drive to the government dock, and of course it's a boat launch in the winter, or the summer rather, but in the winter it's just basically like a, you know, like a thing onto the water, you know, like a nice landing into the water, onto the ice, right? So the thing is, they got the smart idea, and the road goes right to the edge of the point. Well, there's people that could see their houses that had a 45-minute drive home to get there from where they were, because of they had to go all the way up and around, like there's a river there, they have to go way up and then around the river, and so by the time they drive all the way back, it was like a 45-minute or 50-minute drive, and meanwhile they could get there in 3 minutes in the winter. So they would actually plow a road, just, it was only, I don't know, 500 yards, 600-700 yards, but they would plow a road across that. And I remember my friends being like, my dad was a cop too, and I just remember them being like, the police can't chase you across that. And I'm like, you think so?
You bet.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, no, it's not a legal road. They're not allowed to chase you across that. I'm like, try it, see what happens. I'm like, fucking, you think they're not gonna chase you off across that? You're lying. You're wrong.
Yeah. So does that mean if you pull over to the side of the road and jump into a paddock, they're not allowed to chase you?
Well, it's like private property. You can't get me. Like it's so crazy. Well, there's no rules. It's not actually a road. It's like, so if you drive, because there's dirt roads all over the place that are like maintained by the logging companies. They're not roads either. You can drive four-wheelers on them. You technically can't get to them on the four-wheeler, but I mean, I grew up in the bushes. You get pulled over by the cop and he would go like this. He'd be like,
oh, that explains a lot. Brainy
like,
grew up in the bushes.
I did. He would just look you up and down and be like, you're wearing a helmet at least, so just watch your speed, carry on, you know, like kind of thing. You're like, just tear off on your four-wheeler, because bye. I used it to get to work before I could even drive a car. I was using it to get to my summer job down the back pathways.
I'm glad that's the direction you took it, because the moment he said bushes, my first thought was, how do I not make a beaver and bush bun?
Beavers and bushes, they all love it. Everybody loves a good beaver. My beaver's awfully sick right now, so I get none. I get none of that. Ha ha. She'll get well, and then she'll be. I'm just kidding. I'm stopping it there. This has become an R-rated stream real quick.
Oh, jeez.
Advertiser friendly, my.
Hold on, I gotta pull down the Pornhub tabs at the top. Oh no, those are Anthony's.
Brainy.
What's up?
Brainy, someone has just put the worst argument for flat Earth in your chat. And it's the second law of thermodynamics.
Who did it? Who did it? Who's the culprit?
DJ Black. The second law of thermodynamics has nothing to do with the atmosphere.
At best, you could argue the microstates versus macrostates from it, but even then, it would still fall in favor of the globe Earth argument.
All I want before I leave this place is the truth, flat Earth or globe. What, before you leave this place? Do you mean like before you leave this mortal coil? What level are we taking this to? And sorry, I was daydreaming. Who left the comment that you're mentioning?
DJ Black.
Oh, DJ Black. Yeah, everybody's been arguing with him. John Rapp, I saw your comment up there. That was funny. Don't forget to move the shirts off the screen. Move the shirts off the screen. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Transition.
To all the flatties out there, I'm going to ask you this: give me one single freaking piece of empirical and exclusively indicative evidence of a flat Earth. Just one. John Rapp is right, by the way. Canada makes the best sci-fi.
Most of your favorite and most beloved sci-fi series have been filmed in Vancouver, everybody. You don't know because they pretend it's somewhere else.
Vancouver's not really Canada, though. I mean, it's kind of like Seattle Light.
No, it's Vancouver, actually. Sorry, it's been taken over by the East. I'm not a hater. I don't care. They can do what they want, but there's so many people coming over with money that like the locals there can't even afford houses anymore, or like apartments, because like they can't afford to live there because the Asians are using it as a secure, because Canada's seen as a secure spot to invest their money in real estate and stuff like that, so they can diversify themselves out from China. So a lot of the rich people in China are hiding their money in banks and using it to buy. They buy real estate and stuff like that, and they sit on it. So now BC's had to implement like a tax for if you're not in the house. So like if you don't stay in that damn house, you got to pay this extra it's like 15% of the value of the home or something.
Yeah, we've got that law here.
The same problem.
Well, because there's just so many people. There's houses all over. Nobody lives in the damn things. They're all owned by people abroad.
Yeah, there must be a resident in any purchased property.
I'm just glad that Western Canada is as racist as Eastern Canada. Have you heard of Bangladesh?
But that's not racism so much as they didn't target a race with that. They just target anybody who's not from there. So like that doesn't live there. So if you own a home and you're not occupying it and living in BC, you pay a massive tax, so that and it's a lot. Like my parents own a place there, and of course they're not Canadian, but they own a place there that they have gotten out of the tax because they rent it to somebody who is a local and everything currently.
Yeah, but because somebody is living there, they don't have to pay the. Yeah.
I'm not saying the tax is racist. I'm just saying Vancouver is funny.
Well, it's funny. Well, if you go there, I'll be honest with you, I got told with a friend. We won tickets to a hockey game. We went to a what was it? It was a Vancouver Canucks game, and we had this penthouse suite on the glass corner of a high-rise building. It was awesome, looking over this beautiful courtyard and stuff. It was amazing. And then we were sitting in the room, we're like, fuck, let's go out and drink or something like that. So we went out on the town, and we went to we found
karaoke?
a lounge. Well, yeah, it wasn't karaoke, but we found a lounge, like a nice looking lounge. We just wanted to sit down and have a nice quiet drink. And we went in there, and of course this Asian girl meets us at the door. Hi, can I help you? And it's like, we're just coming in to have a drink. And it was a nice place and everything, but we were dressed we weren't dressed slovenly or anything. We had nice jackets on, and we were dressed okay. And oh, sorry, we're closing soon. It was okay. It was barely midnight, and so we leave, and we're standing there for 2 seconds, and my buddy's just like, do you get the impression we just got kicked out of there because we weren't Asian? I'm like, I do actually. I actually do. I'm like, so that's what they're talking about, eh? And it's like, no, yeah, I'm sure that's the only place where it's happened in Canada, but I'm sure I got fuck, these two white guys came in here, just get them out of here.
You got opposite racism.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. People say white people are racist. I've been discriminated against for my race in a lot of places, and I've never done it to somebody else. So I always take this approach of like there's a lot of people that say you're not marrying a white boy.
I don't care what color you are. If I don't like you, I don't like you.
There's absolutely no such thing as reverse racism. It's just racism.
Well, exactly. It's just racism. It doesn't. Yeah, exactly. But that's a common trait for people that aren't white to say to be not happy about their daughters and stuff marrying like a white guy or something like that, or vice versa, because it's not cool kind of thing. Because I guess. But that's racism. I mean, I don't care what color, if my daughter, when she's older, I don't care what color her boyfriend comes home. The bottom line is, does he treat her with respect? And is he good for her? That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what color he is. Fucking Jesus.
Don't bring someone home who has a sub 70 IQ. That's my goal.
I mean, this is all it is. Exactly. Just I mean, an idiot's an idiot. It doesn't matter what color their skin is. Like, stupid. So yeah, no, that's the thing. It's just funny, but yeah. Anyway, so that happened to me in Canada, so it does occur. But here, so this is where, okay, let's listen, everybody. Let's listen. We can do this.
Or the law, they started to get irritated. So that.
The thing is, the thing is though, the cop doesn't have to show you the code. He just brings you before the judge, and the judge has to show you the code.
Correct, but that's not what happened though, is it?
Well, no, but the point is, so asking.
I know he's not peeing right now, but it's still fucking funny. It's just the concentration on his face kills me. Oh, I think I pulled a muscle in my neck just now. That's terrible.
Especially if he's asking, because all he's gonna do is say, "Hey, you know what? If we have a problem here, I'm just gonna take you to the judge, and you guys can figure it out."
But that's not what he did, though, is it? He said that he was the law.
Right.
Yeah.
Because my thing is this, right? My thing is this,
Wasn't the chat in a stream at some point?
Some of this, right? I mean, I don't know.
Look at this. They pointed this out on Unirock stream. Look at his banana. What has he done here?
Why is everything up so high?
I know, right? This is crazy.
But why is it that under his tape recorder he's got those two up all the way? What for?
Well, the only thing I can think, they were talking about this, but if you look, okay, when he talks, I wonder if we can see him talk there, if it goes into his, his voice,
the most perfect,
his voice meter
perfect
moves.
pause ever. Look at his face.
It looks like he's just emptied his bladder there.
Okay, but that's not it, but did you not see the meme I made? Did you guys ever see the meme I made for him?
Yeah, I saw that.
The one on the toilet?
that Lily
coming out of his mouth going, ah.
That was the one you put in Unirock's room, wasn't it, Dee?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. Here, hold on. I'll get it. Because I have a whole file that I put these in now. For
what's his name? What's his name? Dave? Buddy.
Which Dave?
Dave.
Allegedly Dave.
Allegedly Dave. Yeah. You could do a really nice meme of just bottling another drink for allegedly Dave.
Dave's not here, man.
This is the 2019 vintage for allegedly Dave.
There it is right there. Because there's his fucking stream, see?
I've been playing with the banana. You guys can still hear me, I hope.
Yep.
Yes, Terry.
Yeah.
But I think your stream just dropped, Terry.
No, I restarted it. I just was playing around with a few settings.
Okay.
Brainy.
You need him talking with that sound going off in the background, and just allegedly Dave's face coming into frame from the other side slowly.
I'm thirsty. Yeah. Just an I'm thirsty speech bubble coming out of allegedly Dave's head.
Here we go.
Could you guys agree that the citizens are the collateral on the nation's debt?
He has his volume turned right to the top, though. Like, wow. Like, what does he have set up here? Like, he's only got an A1, and it's speakers.
Yeah, he's got an A1 and a B2.
His microphone is cranked to the top, meaning he either has a shit microphone or it's really far away or he hasn't turned it up at all. Like, that was kind of the problem I was having. I was at like +7 or 8 and you guys are like, I can hear you fine. I'm like, yeah, that's not normal, because that thing was cranked right up.
He probably hasn't got it turned up in Windows or whatever operating system he's got.
Which essentially, once you got Banana, for people who don't know, you basically just crank the shit pretty much 95% of the way up in Windows, and then you control it from Banana, because then that becomes your control point. Because then you can see if it redlines. If it's hitting the red line, you take a little off the top. For some reason, my mic, I had to learn that you definitely have to turn it up. Like, I have mine set at like +2 usually during a stream, because if I have it at 0, you guys always tell me you can't hear me. Like, you guys hear me, but the people in the stream can't, apparently. Was it an illegal whorehouse and you only wanted drinks? What are we talking about here, Janie?
Oh, your effort at going to the Asian club.
Oh, no, it was just it was honestly, there was like 3 guys sitting at the bar edge, just, you know, like, nice dim lighting, and just like there was some nice couches. Like, there wasn't a lot of people. It's not like it was packed and they were like, fuck, get them out of here, it's full. It was like, you know, it was just nice quiet lounge setting, but everybody was Asian. And it was like, of course, you know, I didn't think it mattered what your race was when you went into a place, but I guess that's not true. Now, I'm making claims here that, let's face it, may or may not be true. So I will reserve that judgment, but all I'm going to tell you is it's one of the only times in Canada that I have felt extremely suspicious that I was too white to be where I was. So, you know, it doesn't happen that often, but it happens. Halloween candy. We bought enough candy for like 200 kids. We got 30. Lots of candy. So you're going to see me bloat up over the next little bit. Hopefully it comes back off after that. We'll be good. Turns out I don't have enough moderators in this time zone. I'm learning.
30 kids?
Yeah,
what the hell do you do at night, man?
Yeah, mod me. I'm in Britain.
Who am I talking to here?
Pip.
That's Pip.
Pippy! I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it like Peppa Pig?
Parrot.
Pippi?
Hi, Parrot.
Pippi Longstocking. I remember Pippi Longstocking. That was a great show, or great movie. Do you guys remember her spinning around, making the propeller blades of spinning and shit? It's probably because you're British. You don't get you know. It was our desire for Britain stuff. Go ahead. Just being a dick.
Brainy, have you reinvented your Orphan Red boobies yet?
Well, the only thing is now oh man, they are so deflated.
You got to reinflate them.
No, it's new balloons. You just got to take. So anybody, if you want to make fake breasts, you just get like the most like skin-colored pantyhose you can find, and then stretch them out over white pearlescent balloons, and you get a nice skin cone. And then they look really good. You push them together, you create a little twist in the center, and you get that nice little bust line. That's how you do it, you know?
Oh, Brainy, did you see Geekcraft's video of her?
I have not.
How he goes, oh, she's so pale, she's almost dead.
Well, she keeps filming in that cathedral with the green screen, and she just stands there with a head floating in like the cathedral room, like hello, I'm here to talk about things. You just see her arms popping out from the emptiness.
Don't forget the laugh. You've got to do the laugh.
Oh
as well.
fuck! If I start playing Orphan Red, my wife literally will leave the room. I actually will watch. Like, I can play her for like 30 seconds, and my wife will there she goes. She's just like literally you'll hear her go, she'll fucking lose it. She's over on the couch and she'll hear Orphan Red. Oh, that laugh I hear from the couch. It's terrible.
Anyway, back to critiquing Anthony Riley's PP banana.
Okay. I have to. I'm just. Hold on. We just gotta get another moderator in there. Here. Okay, so everybody knows the rules of moderating. It's pretty much the same as everybody's. I don't care if they say stupid shit. They can say the dumbest things possible. It's hate. It's derogatory. Like, you know, using homosexual slurs. Use your intuition, but I don't care how stupid it is. I don't care if people argue with you about flat Earth. I don't care if they call you a big poo-poo face. It's really, I mean, you know, it's really down to those words, like the kind of talk that you would not, you know, the kind of talk that actually could almost get you arrested in public. Let's face it. If you said some of the shit that people say online to people in public, you could ultimately actually have the police probably arrest you. For all, there's rules. Like, what is it? Indecent. You're not allowed just to walk up to people and say whatever you want in that regard. Like, there is, because like kids are around and all kinds of shit. You're not allowed to just be whatever. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you can't just walk up to someone and say, "Oh, I had sex with your mother last night. It was the best thing I ever had before you."
Exactly. Like it's in. Yeah. And to be honest with you, if he said that, whatever. Let it fly. If he starts saying that, like you're just mass posting it, you know, you got somebody to hide and stuff like that. You know, use your. I leave it to you. Just like Team Skeptic says. If somebody comes to me and they bitch and say, "Hey, I got hit" or whatever, I mean, I can unhide people if I want. I can. It's the same deal, but I trust that the people in here are gonna do what they think is best. And anyway,
I once heard someone say, "Would you say it to your mother?" And if the answer's no, don't say it on stream.
I said that to Vlad. I said that same thing to Vlad. I said, Vlad. He said he called somebody gay, or I can't remember what he said. I think it was worse than that actually. And he said. And I said, like, I hid the comment, and I said, you can't say things like that. And he's like, why not? I thought they wanted to be called gay. I'm like, Vlad, would you walk up to somebody in the street and say that to them? And he never responded to that. He moved on to another comment because, you know, once you usually interject into these, I mean, I don't think he's a moral person at all, but a lot of times they won't want to continue that direction of conversation because they know you're right. Like, it's, you know, come on, don't be stupid.
Yeah,
so, anyways,
when people try to use that, would you say it to your mother? Situations like you guys do not understand the relationship me and my mother have. If you're asking me that question.
Well, that's actually a funny thing that you say that because people say, I said to my mother-in-law, I told her to fuck off one time, and but it was done in a very like, you know, you fuck off, Susan, like it was like that, and she was fucking ready to like get on a plane early and leave, and my wife had to like give her shit for being dramatic essentially and be like, oh, give it a break, you know. He was I think it was like I had been pissing and moaning about something, but then she was doing the whole like, just let me do it then, and I was like, nah, I got this. And then finally I turned her and I had the knife in my hand, but she was way over there, and I just turned it and I was like, you fuck off, Susan. Like I held it, you know, like you can't see my hand, but where the fuck am I? I was like, and anyways, I guess that was a violent act. It was like, woo. So
last time somebody said that they fucked my mother, I just looked at him and said, did you close the coffin, rebury it, and where's my $20?
It just doesn't hurt my feelings. Vlad's in there. When are you gonna debate me again? I'm like, when I have time for your shit, I will get back to you. Something tells me you'll be hanging around. You know.
See, what's Vlad's stand-apart debating tactic, or what's Vlad's subject? I guess I should say.
He comes from a direction of religion primarily, but then he doesn't have. He's actually the hardest person to debate, right? Because he doesn't actually have any real information at all in his. He's dumb. He is. I hope he's watching. Vlad, if you're out there, I don't care if you hear this. He is one of the dumber people I've interacted with in the Flat Earth community. He couldn't even join. He couldn't even join a like. I guess Fight sent him a vMix thing, and he knows how to hit a link. But I guess vMix has its own software where it opens right into your Chrome browser and shit like that. So, but like he couldn't even figure out how to get into a chat room in a Discord server he was already a member of. His wife had to do it for him. His wife had to do it for him twice, and then finally, the last time I was trying to get him in there before the stream, on the day of the stream, to test, an hour before the stream, I finally had to phone him. I'm like, what am I doing? This is stupid. I just phoned him on Discord because he could not sort out how to. I was literally sending him screenshots of my phone with like neon arrows pointing at the buttons to push, like hit. He only had.
Does he know how to use a mouse?
He only had 2 servers in his fucking phone. It was a server that he thought he had to make, I guess, when he gets a Discord account. And then me, I'm like, hit the picture of the beaver. He'd even accepted the rules and could see all the rooms. So it was really, there was no excuse for him not being able to join up at all. It was frightening dealing with him. And then the comments, I mean, Jesus, have you guys seen the comment stream he's left in my videos?
Yeah,
I have not.
Yes.
It's massive. He's amazing. I told him, you're fantastic. Like he comes in, he says something on a video like, "Hey, Brainy, Brainless Beaver." They all like to call me Brainless Beaver. I think it's hilarious. I need to make a shirt. But they like to, they come in and be Brainless Beaver, this or that, and I'll pin his comment, and then other people comment. Oh my God. He did 130 comments himself on the one comment string. Like it's like 300 comments, and he did half of them.
That's the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's amazing. I told him, I said, you are the kind of gold that somebody like me dreams for. I even linked him to my newest video. I said, you should start the dumpster fire early. Just start commenting. I'll pin it. Like, you know, like just tell me what you think of my new video before you even see it. I don't care. And hit down while you're in there, you know? So
yeah, put up a premiere like 2 days before it's gonna go live, and then just watch the comment stream come through.
Well, it's already sitting there. My newest video. If anybody hasn't seen, we've got what is it? It's gonna be was a Cooling Moon video coming up.
Oh no.
Have you guys
have a video? You should ask Vlad what he thinks the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter is, and how he compares that to what the Bible says.
Oh, he doesn't know what the Bible actually says. That's the other thing. So he comes from a Bible view, but he just comes from a very basic Bible understanding. Like, do you know what he said to me? I said, okay, so he said, let's talk about. I said, he started bitching about evolution, and I said, do you want to have a debate about evolution? I'd love to have a debate about evolution. That would be fantastic. He started coming back at me with like, do buildings build themselves? And I'm like, that's a fucking dumb comparison. like that's a dumb comparison to compare a bungalow to a creature. like it's really.
Is he comparing engineering to evolution?
He's saying things.
Comparing it to evolution. He compared engineering to abiogenesis, which is not evolution.
Yeah, he's saying that things don't create themselves. Like nothing creates itself. And I asked him, I said, I got a question for you. Why are the Inuit in the north of Canada shorter than their Native American counterparts in the south? Do you guys know the answer why they're shorter? Their bones are shorter. Why are their bones shorter?
Being native and having that build, yeah, I can answer that.
Well,
it's for heat retention.
Exactly. It's because
shorter limbs and a thicker torso retains more heat.
Exactly. And the longer they live there, let's say we stayed with the environment never changing and there's no global warming, whatever. I'm not getting into that debate. But let's say that everything stayed the way it is and they lived up there for long enough, they would eventually become shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And who knows where that would And who knows where that would stop? That's the thing. And I said, you know, Vlad, you're looking back like 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years. What do you think would happen to those Inuit over 1 million years of that? You know, they might be very different looking people than other people from maybe, say, a hotter climate where, let's face it, you get actual like Africans. They tend to be very lanky.
Tall and slender.
Exactly. Kind of stretched out because they're able to stretch out.
Shedding.
Dissipating
they've got a
heat.
Greater surface area to volume ratio.
Exactly. So already we can see humans that have evolved already, and that's low level. We call it adaptation at that point, but that's evolution, boy.
Well, see, my tribe back in legends and myths of my tribe. I'm Chickasaw, by the way, or Chickasha. we migrated from the north down to the south around the Memphis area. We still retain that large torso, shorter limbed features. That's how our bodies are built tribally.
Yeah, that's
we migrated
fair.
from up north.
Yeah, that's fair. So I mean, he got into that, but I got in. So then he started saying, "Let's debate morality," and I'm like, "That's actually kind of a win for me if you want to get morality into the debate a bit, because like, I mean, you can." I mean, I was like, "Where do we start? Do we want to start at the Crusades? Do we want to start, like, you know, where do we
Spanish Inquisition?
Oh God, Columbus! Like, where do we?" You mean Nostradamus wrote in frickin' pig tongue because he was afraid if people found his predictions, he would be hung because he was like a witch or he was a sorcerer or something like that. Like, I mean, it's absolutely archaic to think of the things they did. The Crusades are terrible when you really get into the history of them. They just went city to city to city, getting as many people as they could through Europe and saying, you have to donate 10% of your people for the Crusades and blah, blah, blah. And they had this massive army. They marched into the Middle East and literally cut people down. Just men, women, children, heads on spikes. They just Muslim? Fuck. Like, it was, and I'm not saying that excuses anything that occurs later, because I'm not an eye for an eye kind of person in that regard. I think we all need to grow up a little. But I mean, anybody who says morality, oh my God, all of these things were done in the name of a God that apparently is supposed to be all just and right and stuff. And, you know, again, I'm beating up people's religions. So to all my religious people in here, I don't actually typically ever get this far into it. I'm actually agnostic, not atheist. I tend to preach, I don't know.
So you're Pascal's wager type of person?
I just preach, I don't know. I don't believe in a Bible. I don't believe in the Bible the way, like an organized Bible. What I don't necessarily believe in, like, a power of any sort, but I do believe that the universe is a magical place, and like I said to Vlad, the farther we look in either direction, we find more and more mystery. So there, you know, you could stretch this to far as to say maybe there's some sort of higher power that created the universe, but at the same time, I don't have the personal belief that every one of us was made like an independent little snowflake. You know, that's the only thing. So that's where I draw the line. I don't. I think that's a little far-fetched for me, but hey, listen, I'm an evidence-based person.
So you're agnostic bordering on some. Yeah, so you're agnostic bordering on soft atheism. That's not a bad place to be.
It's a nice place to be. I feel comfortable with where I am. I feel confident with what I see. I mean, and I'm an evidence-based person, so if you showed me something that I truly, you know, like just like the flat Earth thing, I mean, if you gave me a piece of evidence that was really honestly that scathing. But I mean, as you guys know, you know, a lot of these things are just subject to personal interpretation. You know, you get people
there are things that are flat wrong, like the new supposed 350-mile photograph.
Well, and you get people that say, like, even on the religion side, you get people say, well, I prayed for water and stuck my, you know, hand out the window, like in the religious thing, and it rained. And it's like, you know, Bill Maher was like, you know, if I did that, I would just think sometimes it rains. You know, like he you know, he wouldn't think that, you know, he'd say, well, Jesus, what a fucking coincidence. It rained when I did that. You know, like he wouldn't think that somebody presented rain, but then again, the world's a weird place. You know, there is crazy things. Like there is even like, America experimented with, like remote viewing even, and there was some merit to it. Like being able to tap into the visions of other people while you're like taking a nap, I guess. Like if you've never seen the information on it, it's actually quite crazy. Now, who knows where there was mistakes done in the study, but the one I saw, they had, because the U.S. government literally had a remote viewing project that they worked on, and they would have these people go into a room and they would tell them about the target that they wanted them to target. And the idea is you see through their eyes, and so they would go into a room and they would basically close it all down, and they had these people go for a nap, and when they got up they would immediately have them go into like a quiet space where they would just draw pictures of whatever came to their mind. They would just draw, and then what they didn't tell these people in the one test was that their target was moving. They said, I don't think they even told the city they were in. They just said or maybe they told it the general part of the country. I'd have to look it up, but they didn't tell them they were on a moped and they were moving through the city. And so these people drew pictures, and along the way, they went in a bus afterwards with all these images, and they started lining them up with the city skyline. And there was a remarkable amount of, they didn't even tell them the city they were in or something, and they were able to line up a lot of the just drawings, like silhouette drawings with like the buildings on this exact person's path. But the craziest one was they had this weird design where it was really weird, like it looked almost like the Sydney building with like the arches on it and stuff like that. It was a very unusual design. In fact, it might have been the Sydney building in the end, because what it was a design the
Opera House.
Well, yeah, they couldn't figure out what this design was, but then finally, the person that was on the moped had a camera on their head, so they got whatever they saw to on camera. And what they realized is afterwards, the technician that was working on his camera, when they all started remote viewing right before he left, the guy was pointed down like this, looking at his T-shirt, and it was the design on the camera technician's T-shirt, and it was like some sort of weird, funky design, and the picture matched perfectly. The one girl drew with the person's T-shirt. They said this person didn't even know this other person existed. Like, you know, like how they would just guess at a T-shirt. They were on the other side of the country or something like that. And so there was, you know, the U.S. government shut it down, so who knows how much there was, if there was anything. Maybe it's all just a bunch of horse shit. I mean, who knows? Maybe the information was all faked, and then they found out and they shut it down and didn't want to look like idiots.
Ah, like the ISS.
Exactly. But Anthony peeing.
I think the law reigns supreme.
Okay, so hold on. So right. So if the citizens are collateral on the nation's debt.
Okay, so he did that, and he does have a clink, right? There's a clink here.
They have to be able to identify themselves at all
Yeah,
times.
but there's a second bit.
No, I know. We'll get there. He says I have to go loo in the comments.
But he's not required to prove.
You'll see it.
Well, my point is that if you're creating a controversy on the side of the road, he doesn't care about whether he's got to give you the code or not. He's going to let you take that up with the judge.
Yeah, but that's not what happened.
Even more so, a man who is paid by the taxes of those collateral people should have to give.
Well, paid by what taxes? Because that would be to say that you could pay a debt with currency and all the rest of it. My point is that I'm just curious, like the idea being is that, like, you know, if you're in this particular system and you're operating as one of its citizens of a particular nation, you're essentially the collateral on debt, and you have to be able to identify yourselves at all times.
Okay, so he's got here. So then over here,
those eyes.
He says I have to go to the bathroom. Watch, he's about to.
In Europe, they didn't think they would have to like call and make an authorization for every city. They're just like tourists.
No, and that's right, and that's why
they're tourists who are. It's like tourists speaking loudly.
Right, but it's also like you're on foreign soil, and they're gonna.
Right there, look at.
That is a man, and that's a man prepping for a urination right there.
He's thinking about it. Watch him.
Say, hey, is there any?
That's the face of a guy that's gotta pee.
That's so true.
Look at that.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna burst.
Yeah,
that is a guy that's gotta pee right there, boy.
Yeah,
you can
my
see,
second
you can
law
see,
of thermodynamics.
Hang on. You can see the water level. It's at his eyes.
His water rose to eye level.
This right here shows the 3 laws of thermodynamics. You can't win, you can't break even, and you can't get out of the game.
Oh, look at this right here. Oh, it's amazing. Ah, that face. Their chat even asked if he was pissing in a cup. Well, it did earlier, I know, but right here, he covers the... Or maybe they say it here. Look at no smoke without fire. He hasn't covered his screen yet. We'll see. Look at the face. Look at this.
Yeah.
They didn't think they would have to like call and make an authorization for every city. They're just like tourists.
No, and that's right, and that's why.
They're tourists who are.
Come on, Anthony. Come on. You can do this. You don't have to pee. You don't have to pee, Anthony.
He's trying to make up his mind right now. Like, do I? Don't I?
Oh, that's amazing.
Do I have a Gatorade bottle close enough?
He has a.
It's like tourists.
He has a CUP.
And then here you can see him. You can see him type it. Like, or watch. You can actually watch him type it. Here, we'll bring her back in. I'm not in studio mode right now.
Oh god.
Bring her in the crude way here.
Yeah, we're doing it dodgy, brainy style.
We're doing it dodgy style here. We gotta try to bring back the old feel of creaky streams before you got too professional. Here we go. I'm trying to show the AI, everybody, that I like streaming and that it should give me a join button. For the love of freaking Lord, I want one of those membership buttons. Because I think I could offer a better service to my, if people were on memberships instead of Patreon, I think I could give them more.
You just want to give them stickers.
I have stickers. Oh no, you're talking about emojis. I had super stickers before some other channels have super stickers, but I didn't get the join button. I would have traded.
Let's talk about your banana.
Right, but it's also like you're on foreign soil, and they're gonna treat it that way. So just
See?
Here we go.
How is that not him going? And then he doesn't go anywhere. You can hear him. Watch. I'm gonna keep it turned up.
Remember to behave like guests, and
Wait,
I'd be all fine.
He's on a foreign soil. Brexit hasn't been finished, and he's in the European Union. And just like Anthony was saying, he's the jurisdiction of the European Union should supersede any little local code.
Potentially, you're still.
You can't hear him yet. I gotta try to get this. There it is.
You need a filter.
Her voice is annoying.
Oh yeah. For
yeah,
sure.
and she has no idea that just because they're in the European Union doesn't mean they don't have local laws.
Well, I mean, what, like, so you can just, oh man, these people, they drive me crazy because they say the stupidest things. Like, I was watching that stream live when they were talking about it, and when she said like I said, when they said the whole thing of like, I mean, what are they gonna charge them with? I'm like, okay, these people, this American guy being like, what are you gonna charge them with anyways? It's like you're pretending that they don't have the same. I know for a fact Italy's, like, I think their court system is slightly kangaroo-ish.
The thing is she was so dismissive about it. It's like, do they think that any little country, it's the European Union, any little country can't just do these things? Their countries.
Still a visitor to some extent.
Oops.
It'd be like saying that the U.S. is run by the UN. It makes no sense.
Oh, I mean, you see the fake news stuff. I saw a UN weapon enforcement vehicle picture, spotted in America, but the Photoshop was terrible. And it was like, yeah, okay, weapon enforcement UN vehicle. And what are they're going to, oh God, trying to enforce, how many UN vehicles would it take to enforce weapons in America? I mean, really. I mean that with respect. I mean that with respect. I just meant fundamentally, like, you're stupid if you think that the UN could even deploy enough fucking tanks or like those personnel carriers, which was in the picture, to even enforce weapons in America. It would be a joke. They couldn't do it.
Deploy enough to do it in Texas.
Well, that's what I mean. It was like, and then you get people that post this. Oh God, did you see? They're unloading them now. They're ready to take our guns away. Oh, give it a break, sister.
And the FEMA coffins, those are fun too.
It's just crazy, like the stuff. And then, that Hans guy, he's nutser than anything. Like he actually pops into my streams every once in a while now. He has I will tell you, okay, if anybody's seen one of the oldest videos I have on my channel is a Hans video. Conspiracies by Hans. Yes, and except guess what? I got to do another one. I will tell you what. To this day, if I go in my analytics and I look at, like, where I'm getting my views from, I will have gotten views today from that video I did in like December last year or January. I will still have gotten views today from like Hans. And like, I don't mean like a couple. I mean like it'll be the number 2 search string that brings people to my channel still. So like, he apparently is quite popular in the stupid head community. Because he is searched, that means they're searching for conspiracies by Hans. and they're finding me because it shows you in the analytics what they're searching, like what actual search string they're finding you through, and they're finding me by searching
the keywords.
Yeah, because I entered it as a keyword, and they're finding that video by searching for conspiracies by Hans. So a year later, after I made that video, and that video is still one of my number like 2 or 3 videos any day of the week, unless like, you know, if I release a new video, that one's going to destroy it right away, right? But over the course of like, if I'm just having like, I haven't released a video in 2 weeks and I'm having just a slow trickled in view day, that will be my 2nd or 3rd video probably as far as popularity. It's crazy. And it's garbage video too. It's really one of the worst ones I've ever made. It's just, you know, what do you do? So,
Make more?
Here, let's hear if we can hear him pissing. Because he's doing it right now.
And I would just say like, hey, it's like, you know,
I don't know. It'd be like you going down to Florida.
no, it's like, how about this? You could be American as much as you want, but if you come in my fucking house, you better act right, right?
This is the weirdest comment ever, by the way. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it. I guess when you break it down, he's just saying if you come to my country, you should act like, you know, don't act like a dick. That makes sense. He's actually probably the most rationally minded person in there, to be honest, when you think about it.
Yeah, he's not talking about like walking in your house. It's like you're coming into my country. You better act the way my country wants you to act, not the way your country acts.
I mean, really, he kind of called her out on her bullshit right there, didn't he? He just kind of said, well, to be honest with you, you can fuck right off when you're over here. Like,
yeah, not your country.
Well, and that's the other thing, too. Like, they're outside a tourist attraction. Like, come on, guys. Like, this is literally... Italy's bread and butter is tourism.
Isn't it like the no true Scotsman fallacy thing? That if I can do it in my country, I can do it in yours? And it's like, well, no.
Oh, New Zealand, $5. I bet the guy was... I get the guy was being a real dick. He is lucky he only got put on the ground. SW seems to forget that Sleeping Warrior seems to forget that the trespassing and loitering is a criminal offense. Well, if you don't have a permit and you're doing a display like that and you're at a tourist attraction in Italy, I laughed the second I saw the title of the video. I was like, oh, you get arrested in a second. To get the fuck out of here. Like, that's how that conversation's going. You get out of here. The only chance they had is if they kissed their ass, which, let's face it, flat earthers don't use their heads. Because let's say you and I did the same thing, right? What would
they do? There's something they use it for. It's called cranial rectal insertion.
But let's face it. You and I get into this situation. The cop comes up. You come here, and he speaks perfectly good English. He says, "Hey, you're not allowed to be here. You know, what are you doing?" This is the moment, especially Italy. You're not in your home country. This is the moment where you go, "Oh, I am so sorry, sir. You know what? Absolutely. We weren't aware we needed a permit. Where can we get this permit? Do you have any information about that? And you know what, guys? Clean this shit up right now. Get this cleaned up. You get them fucking moving right away, cleaning up. You be completely non-hostile because your ass is now on the lower end of the debate. And then what are you going to do? You're going to start pissing with them? Well, fuck you, you son of a bitch. I'm allowed to be... Oh, this debate just is over right now. Like, just before it gets started. Oh, I realize I've been talking like this, and you guys can't see me because of fucking transitions. I have to use that studio mode. If I don't use the other mode, I keep outing my name, and because I'm stupid and I'm logged into all my accounts. So like I'll go check my settings on Chrome, and it'll be like, "Hey, Scott, last name. Here you go, everybody." And I have to stop stream, and then we have to lose the delay and. Anyways,
it's the culture of entitlement that causes people to act like idiots.
I was always taught, like, my dad was a cop, but I mean, he always said to me, he said, why in the fuck, he said, would somebody think that they're ever gonna get ahead by treating the cop like a dick, or like not, like, because my dad was a nice guy, but like anything.
Your dad was a cop and he used the F word.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy, I know.
Never heard such a crazy thing.
But he said, why would they, like, why people would, was that on my end or your end? I don't know.
Your end.
Your end.
It wasn't me. I don't have any, or maybe it was.
I didn't do it.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I don't know.
Don't look at me. I'm just sitting here looking pretty.
It's usually me, but it definitely wasn't me this time.
All right, whatever. But yeah, so no, it's I mean, my dad was always like, just be nice. He said, you don't know what kind of day that guy's had. He said his wife might have yelled at him this morning. you know, like, shit, he could have had a relative die. Like, fuck, you just, he said, you just, like, why you get people, like, I've been in a vehicle even, I was in the back of the car. We get pulled over by the cop, right? My buddy's driving, my other friend, my best man is in the passenger seat, and he's a good guy. He's never been in trouble for anything, like, real, but he's a bit of a, you know, he's a bit of a shithead sometimes as far as, he's actually a really nice guy to the cops. It's just that he's always getting in trouble for stupid things, not like criminal things. Just like, fuck, Troy, what are you doing here? You know, kind of thing. So he, you know, and then so he's talking to my friend. He's like, oh, you know how fast you're going. Oh, yeah, officer, you know, blah, blah, blah. We were on our way to high school. You know, it was in the morning, right? And he's about to get out of the ticket. And then, like, my buddy Troy leans forward and goes, hey, officer. And he goes, Mr. whatever the person's last name is. And he, like, lifts the ticket book up. I'm like, you killed us. It's like, done. I don't know if you can hear him, Piss.
Yeah, but so we can all, hold on, no, listen. We can all be
Oh, there was a tink there, wasn't there?
Yeah, just a little one.
There was a little tink there, it was. Okay, where are we? We're at 2608, so let's make sure we keep an idea of that 2608. Okay, we're gonna go back to 2604, okay? Here we go, listen.
Yeah, but so we can all, hold on, no, listen. We can all be a
little ding, you hear that? There's a little cup sound. He's using a cup. Okay, so I propose to you he's pissing in a cup or something, because otherwise, why? He just said he has to go to the bathroom. And he's making, that was my phone that time, and he's making, I wonder if that's like my wife lying in bed going, you said you wouldn't be up till 3 in the morning. No, not yet. We'll see. I got the other day, I was down here. I had music just pumping into my ears, and I was streaming away, or streaming. I think I was making a thumbnail. Anyways, just in my zone, and all of a sudden I seen movement in the side of my vision, and it was like 4 in the morning, and I was like, and I literally get the.
And going through your mind was, oh crap.
I literally did the old. I went like this. I actually remember being like, I'm coming up right away.
But I'm with my friends.
It was like I was like I'm coming up right away. She's like, you fucking better be. So I was like, okay, I'll be right up. Bye, sweetie. Holy shit, I gotta get out of here.
Love you. Get a blanket and a pillow and get on the couch now.
Yeah, let's see if we can hear any more sounds before we get through this.
Listen to me. If I lived in the fucking EU and you came to my house, you're gonna take on my fucking rules in the house. Because same way, if you go on the street in some fucking area.
Well, that makes sense. If I go to your country and I can't, you got your own rules, damn it. Because just this guy makes the most sense I've ever heard of anybody on a flat Earth debate ever. Like he's their friend. He's telling them how it is.
Yeah, wherever you're going, they're looking at it like, hey, who the fuck is this in our house? You know, regardless if you're all fucking members of the EU.
No, JoJo's, if you just got here, no, the peeing in the cup, no, we've got this, because look at, you're saying the peeing cup was earlier? No, because right here, I don't know if JoJo's just got here, right here is where he's pouring the liquids.
It's not what happened though, is it?
See, this is where he's pouring the liquids, JoJo's. And then over here is where he literally says he has to go pee.
BRB Lou.
Look at Europe. Right here. First of all, he looks like he has to pee right now.
An authorization for every city. They're just like tourists.
No, and that's right, and that's why
they're tourists. It's like tourists speaking loudly.
Right, but it's also like you're on foreign soil. And
yeah, but if he's off at the loo, well, yeah, right here he says be right back, loo, JoJo's, and he closed the thing. Okay, but if he's leaving to go to the loo, why close the thing? He didn't close it to pour his drinks. He didn't close it to do anything else. Why close it at all at that point? It's really, and then we hear that clink coming up here at
and you know, I'd
30 seconds. We can hear a cup clink.
Soil. Brexit hasn't been finished.
But couldn't you hear a sound right there? Wasn't that a little splashy sound?
There's a splashy sound there too.
There was. Here, hold on. Get right towards.
Behave like guests, and you know, I'd be offline.
He's on a foreign soil.
There's a little sound right there. I don't know what that is, but
Brexit hasn't been finished, and he's in the European Union. And just like Anthony was saying, he's the jurisdiction of the European Union should supersede any little local code.
Did you hear that?
You can hear him bumping things into the counter. You can hear there's the tink of a cup, for Christ's sakes, coming up in 15 seconds.
You know, you're still a visitor to some extent, though. And I would just say,
I think we need audio analysis onto this.
He's never he never left the area.
We'll need to pass it on to James Truth and see if he can put it through Photoshop and find out if it's fake or not.
No, JoJo's. I was watching the same thing as you. I think that they.
I don't know. It'd be like you going down to Florida.
I think he put Pete here.
You can be American as much as you want, but if you come in my fucking house, you better act right?
Yeah, but
so we can all hold on. No, listen. We can all be
ding. There's the ding again. Ding.
What I'm trying. Listen to me. If I lived in the fucking EU and you came to my house, you're gonna take on my fucking rules in the house. Because same way, if you go on the street in some fucking area, wherever you're going,
Sean and Unirock are going to debate it. Oh, are they really? Like, there's a disagreement over where he pees or not? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Looking at it like, hey, who the fuck is this in our house?
I personally am on team. He sets it up and now he's peeing, because none of it makes sense. If
you look at it from the point of view, he's got a couple of glasses in front of him. He empties one glass into the other while he's live and he's talking. So then he's got an empty glass in front of him. And then when he covers the camera, that's when he's filling the cup.
And you can even hear a tink. There's that solid tink at right at 26 minutes right here. Or 20.
Yeah, but if you were going to go to the toilet, why would you blank your screen instead of you've just told the entire chat, go into the loo, you take your headphones off or whatever, get up, walk away.
Yeah. Or you do like I do, where I do this. I have this fancy little dark mode where I can just kind of, like, if I need to do things where people are not involved, I can
spooky mode.
I can spooky mode myself away so that I can, do things and not,
Where did you go?
Boo.
Where's he gone?
Boo. But yeah,
Be
so
careful, he'll come back with a beaver head on.
What's JoJo saying here? He says, look at. Pretty sure it was very soon after the.
In the laundromat at the moment.
I mean, unless maybe he's taking his full cup to go empty it at the toilet or something. Like, that's the only other thing I could think of. He's got to turn it off.
He's filled the cup up before.
He's got to turn it off so he can. With his fucking cups of pee. That actually makes sense too. He's got a wobbling cup of pee. He's got hey, why you got apple juice there? There, sleeping warrior. This looks like a good cup of apple juice you're about to toss out. So
he doesn't drink out of the cup. Live on screen.
He peed. Whether he peed when the screen was off or he peed before, he peed on his computer. That's the thing. It's done. He peed there.
I can just see him being so desperate. He's like flipping his mouse upside down, grabbing a hold of the old floppy disk case, any kind of container he can find.
Now
someone's going to have to do this live on stream where you got a cup in front of you so you can see it with the camera. Pretend you pee like through the stream, put it back on the front of you, and have another one that you've been drinking out of, and then you get mixed up and you go to drink out of the wrong one.
Now the only other thing that I was going to look at quickly, because it is getting pretty much almost 3, so I'm pretty much almost going to have to pull that as a hard deadline, because my wife will start to cut my balls off soon. I plan to use them still in my life, not to father children, just because they generate all the required hormones,
Nice decoration too.
Yeah, so. Yeah. See, that's you know what you're talking about. But
gotta trim the tree.
Now, where did I put that? Window capture. Yeah, there you are. See, I know what I'm doing. Look at that. I'm getting better.
I also sent you a DM in Discord when you get around to it later before you finish. Or after you finish.
Are you talking about a pic? Like, you just need a picture of my banana, or what?
Yeah, just a snippet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Snip my banana.
Yeah, just snip and sketch your banana.
Here.
And then I can compare it to mine, and then I can probably use those settings to test them and save them as a save, and then see how it goes.
Okay.
I'm still playing around with ABS as well, so.
Let me just hit paste. You're gonna have a banana photo in about 2 seconds. Just get this done so I don't forget. I'm gonna do it right now, because otherwise you're never getting it. I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
Banana 1, Terry.
So, Beaver, can I send you a banana photo too?
Everybody, send your banana photos to brainybeaver1@gmail.com. Hey, whatever.
Well, I can honestly say that the Brainy Beaver sent me a pic of his banana.
There you go. Right now, it's coming, buddy. I got a banana shot coming your way, bro.
It's coming through the ether band.
The ether
and you're
band?
not even a senator. Go figure.
Where's my banana now? Banana 1, Terry. There you go. Banana, Terry. There you go. Banana.
Hey, what we got to do is pass.
You don't want my banana, do you?
Man,
that picture around like flat freaking Stanley.
Man, there's 36 now, or 37, sorry, 66 of you, 67 again, of you people that are wasting your lives watching this person. And I don't get it, but I'm okay with it. I like it. Thank you. Thank you for everybody being here and being so awesome. Here, I showed you this dickhead at some point, but he is just absolutely nutbar. Check it out. He sings songs at night. That Math Powerland, he sure is a crackpot, eh? Can you guys still hear me?
What about that dude?
This guy, his clips are always about a minute or so long.
This guy, yeah, I know. It's all he does. He just has.
Yeah, what is he? Flat Free or something like that? What's his name again?
He's like Flat Stephen Pennington. Oh, he changed his name actually. It was like Flat Earth Stephen Pennington, but he's actually just Stephen Pennington now. He's Stephen Pennington. Stephen.
What about that dude that sits cross-legged on the floor for like 4 hours at a whack, just smiling into the camera? That's freaking creepy.
Oh, this guy's.
There's something so. I remember where it says he came to himself.
I don't have a lighter.
There's something supernatural about that phrase, even.
But this isn't even lighter music. No.
I think I'd rather watch two cats fighting. It's in the same key, but at least I understand what that's all about.
Without care, I was being touched.
He was being touched.
But it wasn't.
Somebody touched him. Sorry, what are we talking about?
With a banana.
Yeah, why did the bad man touch you?
I just sent my banana so we can compare bananas now.
This thing got hot after a while. I guess it would. Ooh.
It keeps me from crazy.
In the ether band.
Crazy.
Oh my god. Brainy.
Yes, you are. Holy shit. He's amazing,
He's
this guy.
Headache.
I'm subscribed.
My ears were complaining.
I'm a faithful subscriber of this guy. I listen to him daily. He look at this, an hour ago. He doesn't go to sleep either. This guy's a freak.
I hardly ever read.
Like, what the fuck is he doing right now? What is he wearing? Like, what are you doing at the very least? It's midnight, and he's dressed like that.
He's dressed to go to work.
At the very least, it's midnight because it's midnight now, and it's almost 1 a.m. in frickin' California.
He doesn't go to work. He posts like 6 videos a day.
He's either dressed for work or a cheap funeral. One of the two.
He is a cheap funeral. Look at that thing. Oh my god. He had agreed to an interview with me, and he chatted with me on email a couple times, and then I think eventually he checked my channel out, and that was it. No more conversing with Brainy. I didn't even want to debate him because I knew he was nuts as shit. He's nuttier than squirrel crap. I was like, I just want to have a coffee with you, dude. Just want to chat, get to learn you,
Yeah,
just
you
ask
don't
us some
want to
questions.
have a coffee. You're full of shit, Brainy.
Show you my banana.
Hey, Chad, isn't it cute? We think we're here. He's here. Okay, let's start that again. Wow, we're gonna learn to wait. Oh, you guys can see it, John Rapp. Ah, just about. Hey, chat, isn't it cute? He thinks we're here for him. Ah, John, $5 Australian. I thought it was American dollars. I was gonna say American dollars because of the A, but that would have been stupid.
That's only about.
You buy more.
You buy more.
It's about $3 Canadian.
I think it's actually better than that. I think it's
maybe 4.
Might be more like 4. Can't quite remember. I don't think. In fact, maybe the Australian's worth. Hey Google, $1 Australian dollar to $1 Canadian dollar.
On the website c.com, they say, C currency converter, $1 Australian dollar to CAD equals 0.890894 Canadian dollars.
0.89.
89 cents. That's all right.
Yeah, so it's only 89.
That's like $4.20. That's $4.20.
No, yeah. So it's like it's only losing 11 cents per dollar. So over $5, I'd lose. It would be on
55 cents.
Of course, that doesn't include YouTube.
$4.45.
That doesn't include YouTube dipping their fingers into the tray. But you know what? I'm one of those people that think that it's a little okay. So like I'm one of those people that believe that Granny Benzo. I can't pronounce that last name. Bonzoiks.
It's Granny Jen.
I watch him because I miss my Aussie buds and want to chat him. Oh, that makes sense. Well, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. But what was I even saying? I was going to finish that comment.
Stuff and things.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff, though.
You tried to get an interview with someone, taking him out to lunch.
Oh, well, that's not what I was referring to. It was whatever comment I was on at that exact moment, but it doesn't matter. Oh, the dollar. Yeah, that's right. It was just that... I don't remember where that was going. Thank you for the money. The
screenshot of this guy is really making me want to make some comments.
Oh, he's nuts.
Then make them.
Here, what is this? I've been observing it. Don't aim.
Mouth slightly open, hand in that position.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
You need to put something in that hand, heading towards his mouth.
Mission Impossible replace the target with. Wow, they swore to defend the Constitution. See, he really is kind of crazy. Oh, here's another song.
Oh, look, and there's Nathan Thompson's ugly head.
This is amazing. I'm gonna have an entire stream of this guy one day.
See moon's aim about sunset. I
know.
It's been setting for some time.
Fucking Jesus. Do you hear this?
He say,
Ronnie, you can't sing with him because you're singing in tune and he's singing out of tune. It doesn't work.
Was I singing? I didn't think I was singing. Was I singing?
No, it was Granny.
Oh, it was
not Brainy. Brainy was just mouthing.
I'm mouthing. I love mouthing things. It's mouth play. It's all about the mouth play. Bella Charge, we're here for you at Brainy Beaver. Aw, that's so sweet. I really appreciate it. And I'm here for you guys. I'm enjoying this. It's definitely 3. We'll start thinking of wrapping up soon, but we do need to hear this guy finish his beautiful, beautiful song.
7 of the viewers are here for me.
7 of the viewers are here for you. Terry, did you end up shutting your stream down? Is it still running?
No, I stopped streaming because
95% of the viewers are here.
I destroyed your stream, Terry. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, that's okay. I'm going again in another hour anyway.
I saw that you were streaming, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck Terry. He's always streaming now.
But I'm still testing.
No, I know. But it's a little like the statement's not entirely untrue because the reality is that like I was talking to Fight about it and he's like, there's so many of us. He's like, you can't really concern yourself when somebody else is streaming. I'm like, that's kind of fair. Because like for instance, if that's the case, then Unirock streams all fucking night. I shouldn't even start. Like it's it's obviously you'd never be able to start a stream if you didn't, right? So Here, we got to finish this beautiful song though. We really do.
Not at source like reflection. I wanna know, have you ever seen Moon Aim? I wanna know, have you ever seen Moon Aim? Aiming down on a half moon day. Yesterday and days before, Glossolilia's here again. I know, started that way, now it's a latter time. Come on, former, on you go. Now interprets in the show. I know, mysteries like aiming.
Brainy, like, does this guy actually hear what he sings?
I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. This is beautiful,
Dude,
guys.
I need a painkiller after that.
I need a lifectomy.
John Rapp.
John Rapp. Oh, John Rapp. We gotta get that pledge to the front. Quick! Ah! Okay, I'm gonna fix that right now because people aren't getting represented here. Don't forget, everybody, that I now, and the link, I'm pretty sure the link is in the description. If it isn't, I'll have to fix that. But don't forget that we have shirts somewhere here. Oh. Shirts! Where are they?
It's merch. You have merch.
Well, merch shirts. Hey, this comes in a onesie, by the way, a baby's onesie.
Yeah, but you need to get sort of like the Sir Sick wording. Would you too like to be looking good in some brainy merch?
I haven't worked on the ad yet.
Ken.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave this up while we finish listening to Sexy Man here.
Yes, Brainy needs money because eating cats is bad.
It's pretty much the exact same thing. That yes, it's almost the exact same thing. And yes, Pellet Charge, another $5 super chat. Credence Clearwater is about to sue now. Yeah, fair enough. In fact, to be honest with you, you got to be careful because he could actually end up getting my stream claimed. Which point I'd probably just delete that section. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but yeah. So these shirts right now are. I think I reduced the price a little bit from what it recommends. I think they were like 19.99 euros or something like that, or maybe. I think it was 19.99 euros, and it was because they wanted like 24 euros, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense though, because it was like having me make like the profit off of each shirt was going to be the same in euros as it would have been for the American shirts in American dollars. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense because a euro is worth more than an American dollar. So anyways, I brought the euro one down. I brought the American one down a little bit. I think that the basic tee, the shipping's a bitch because I think it's like 10 or 11 bucks. But I think, Americans get way better shipping than I do, though I forget. Everybody gets better shipping than I do.
I'm waiting on a t-shirt.
I'm having a look just now.
I'm waiting for a t-shirt from Jeff Holiday. It's a shitlord t-shirt.
Nice. Well,
I thought so.
These shirts are like so
$27.
Yeah, and this one's. I think this one would. Yeah, it's like the shirt itself is 21 American or something like that, 21.99 American or 19.99 euros. And of course, this is just the first iteration. I was dicking around last night. I like it. I was going to order one, but they declined my credit card every time I try. So I gotta, because my credit card's not declined. I used it today, so I gotta figure out that.
Did they decline your credit card or your size?
It kind of varies.
Well, it just says credit card declined. So I tried to order a sample because it gives you the option to order a sample of your own shirt. It give me a little bit of a discount, so they don't make as much. They don't, because I'm not making anything, and then they take away a little bit of their profit. I think just for me to order a shirt for myself. And I tried to order one, but it just wouldn't take my credit card. So I can PayPal order it. I might just do that and save myself time.
It could be that MasterCard Visa type thing, it'll work for one but not the other.
Oh, why have you heard of that? Like it'll work on a Visa, not a MasterCard kind of thing?
Yeah, because a lot of them just use Visa.
So even though it says MasterCard Visa, it might not work for MasterCard because the processor can say whatever it wants, but it won't. I see, because they use like a generic processing window that they pay another company for or something, and then that would make sense because all my cards are MasterCards and it bucks them all. So, and I like literally went and used them today, and I'm like, okay, so my cards are fine, so it has nothing to do with the card.
So you might be able to get around it by getting one of those prepaid visas, that you put.
Or just
I'd like to
a debit card.
Oh no, John Rapp, don't worry, I'm not.
How big's a 2X?
Don't worry, John Rapp. I'm gonna work on some cheeky Beaver slogans. Like, one of the things I'm thinking about is I might have to pay somebody like Cheshire. I might talk to her and see if she's up for it, or maybe somebody on Fiverr to make I was thinking of something like maybe like on the back of my shirt, on the front it has me on the front, but on the back it has like me, like, and my butt cheeks are like hams or something, maybe like kiss my back bacon or something like that.
Kiss my Canadian bacon.
Yeah, like my pants are pulled down and it's two nice laid out hams, like Canadian nice hams, because Canadian bacon, let's face it. And then it's like kiss my Canadian bacon or something. Kiss my Canadian bacon or something like that, right?
Like your Dan Pratt video.
I can't remember exactly what I did in that one.
You could also have
when you bent over. When you bent over to get your water for your pipe, your ass cheeks were showing.
Oh, that was real ass cheeks, though. That wasn't fake. Those were not CGI.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's okay. I had to edit that out of my wet sticky Beaver stream as well. So there's that.
For us Aussies, you could have one that Beaver goes down under.
There you go. See, and I already showed you guys. I don't know if you guys saw it, but have you guys seen my
The dingo?
The dingo.
Yeah, the dingo thing. You guys saw it, but if anybody else, there's 56 people in here that might not have. I can.
Did the dingo do it?
Dingoes ate my beaver.
Yeah, and we're gonna. And then I'm gonna.
It's time for an Australian barbecue.
Dinner with Australia. There it is.
Well, you could get really clever with some wording and go along the lines of, if you like my beaver, you could plap my puss.
There you go. Dinner with Australia. I'm still using that. I haven't done it yet. So.
Do you know how much trouble you would get in down here?
I'm still pushing for dingoes ate my beaver.
Nice. Okay, so here, we'll finish this last song, and then we'll all kind of start checking ourselves out. It's getting pretty late, and I'm going to start catching heat from the wife. I watch because I like my wet beaver. Oh, I like you guys too. Thanks, Granny. At Brainy Beaver, help feed a beaver and buy Brainy Beaver merch. Don't get me wrong, there's only one shirt right now. I'm not offended by people not jumping at this shirt. Some people might like it, some people won't. It's not a big deal. I will be working on more shirts. I'm going to work on some cheeky things and stuff like that. And the only thing that's fun about this one is it comes in an infant's onesie. My mommy says I'm advertiser friendly, so that could be fun for somebody. You never know. You might get somebody.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not making another baby anytime soon.
No, me neither.
My 5-year-old.
Fucking no way. Not even. I agree. Not if my wife has that thing inside or whatever it's called. It's like an IUD or improvised explosive device, something like that. IED.
Oh, the Marina.
Well, whatever it is. That it's a little insert.
It's the thing that goes up their thing. It's called a Marina.
Yeah, it's that one. But
it's a little iron piece of iron or stainless.
It's a coil.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sir, if I can do it with a PayPal. And apparently I might try my wife's Visa now that he said that, because I bet you he's nailed it. Yeah. Bet you the Visa will go through.
And IUD, Love Springs internal.
Yeah, that's because they go up and then they like fold out, like they like pop out inside there. It's up in the uterus. Fun topics. So here, play us out, buddy.
Be so good. They'll stone you just like they said they would. They'll stone you when you're making heaven your home.
It's Bob Dylan.
They'll stone you when you got Jesus on the phone. But I should not confess a hard stone. A soft stone is still a stone. Well, they'll stone you when you're making along the street. They'll stone you when you're trying to keep your seat. They'll stone you when you're walking on the floor. And they'll stone you when Jesus is at your door. You should not confess a hard stone. A soft stone is still a stone.
Jesus Christ. What would have happened to these people without religion?
They'd pass the stone.
What would have happened to them without YouTube?
This guy is making me regret being clean 28 years.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Hold on, I got a million different windows up. We're gonna start closing some of them down here. Window capture, yeah.
You got flat Earth research going, have you? Google.
Oh, there's always a lot of flat Earth research going on in this house. This place, Beaver House.
Actually, I haven't heard much from Red Pill Philosophy lately.
Oh, he's kind of afraid of, like, he keeps challenging people and then not showing up lately, to be honest with you.
I heard he's down to like 2 tabs.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Oh man, he'll never live that comment down. That's gonna be. Hey, what are the rules on putting a shirt out with somebody's likeness? Because I should put that on a shirt. Just be like, I got too many tabs open. I can have a picture of
perpetuity. Just put on one of those Snidely Whiplash type mustaches.
Ask Kyle.
That's funny. Stop killing the cat. I don't know what we're talking about. Janie, what'd I do? Killing the cat? Oh, I see.
Oh, that guy.
The song.
That guy.
I was gonna work on. I haven't gotten around to it. I just never have time with kids and everything. But I was wanting to work on. The Pratt came back because he left for that day, and he was like, "That's it. I've got it." Yeah, it was like 12 hours. So we were gonna. Me and Dick Dawson talked about it. I might still do it, but might just do it live one day. Just like find some really good background music and like write my lines, and we could just have fun live. And I'll just sing like. The Pratt came back the very next day. The Pratt came back. We thought he was a goner. It'd be fun.
No, you need to do the Pratt came back like a Dr. Seuss book.
Either way, all of it's fun. As soon as it's like, I was like, the Pratt came back. Gold. I mean, it'd be 1 million hits by now, right? Probably not. But, you know, you can dream. A guy can dream. So.
Maybe 10,000.
Maybe 10,000. I'll take 7. So anyway, I'll take 3 back
and there's gonna be trouble.
Oh yeah, no. Fight the Flat Earth has a shirt with Riley and a turd hat. No. I know. I've seen it. I made sure to check all of Flat Earth's pricing. My merchandise is cheaper, so you know, everybody. I'm kidding. I looked at what he priced it at because I was curious what his merch cost in Canadian. Because I was just like, what are other people pricing this at? But I did kind of choose my own price in the end. I don't think I'm as big of a draw as Fight the Flat Earth. I'm not trying to be all whoopy about myself. He does seem to have.
You're a better draw, though.
Oh, well, thank you. He does seem to have quite a following, and so you know I think that he's probably able to sell a few more shirts than me. He also has a few more shirts than me.
Love for the Beaver.
Oh, we'll get there.
Love for the Beaver.
I love my Beaver. Don't worry. I've got enough love for Beaver for all of us. Don't worry.
Speaking of which, you need to be able to appropriate the Leave It to Beaver theme music for the study of videos.
Let's face it. There's also like I have a trend thing set up for vidIQ, like with the word Beaver, just to see if anything ever comes up with Beaver. And like every week, there's this gamer that has enough views per hour that he triggers my trend warning, and he's like the Beaver. He's like Beaver Gaming or something like that, or the Gaming Beaver, or something like that.
Yeah, it's Gaming Beaver.
I should just put Gaming Beaver in all my keywords. So, that'll do it. Anyways, okay, I'll talk forever. So I guess we do start wrapping up. Since I guess you stopped your stream, I'll pretend I'm just hosting everybody and that this was my stream the whole time, because I guess it turned into
rapping.
Sorry about that. So on that note,
you come onto my stream next time.
I will absolutely, and I always told you that I was definitely going to. I just, you know, it is. I'm busy when I'm busy, and then lately I've been trying to get into the stream a little bit more, just so, you know, like I said, I want to show the AI that I'm streaming, because I'm pretty sure what I've seen is okay. So you're supposed to be 30,000 to get the join button. Okay, Team Skeptic's not 30. What he's had it since like 10 or 11 or 12. Fight the Flat Earth.
Uni's got it.
Jared got it as well.
AT2 Productions has it. Radical has it.
2K.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm at 3.05 or 04, and I don't have it.
Just say 3.
Yeah, it's true. I was trying to be big.
Yeah.
But I don't have it, so I've been trying to live stream a little bit more and try to show the AI that I'm on board for trying to do a little bit more of that, as well as obviously trying to step up so we don't have a video every 3 weeks, because that sucks. It doesn't really grow the channel. That's the other thing.
Yeah, you have to pick whether you do 2, 3, 4, or 5 streams or uploads per week?
2, 3, or 4. Be 2. Pick the lowest number capable. Because I get so busy. Like, well, you know, it's the same as all of us. We got young kids, a lot of us. I'm 33, so I'm in the throw of it. I got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and soon to be 6 and 3, and it's just right in the perfect age where everything's just very busy. And then that with the starting my own business and stuff like that, obviously. So that's coming along. I'm still not making enough money to pay all of the bills, but that's part of starting a business. I knew that was coming, so it's all good. It'll come on. It'll come together. So. But I'm trying to get the meets window up here so I can see all the names, so I can try to check everybody out properly. And I'm not Jared, so you don't have to get the fuck out. So we'll just all digital demonic Davros. What were you gonna say, Terry?
I was just going to say, can you show my channel in the side chat for me? I only need 3 more subs to get to 250.
Yeah, I mean, somebody, Granny, somebody with somebody, John, anybody that you guys know Terry's channel is, right? If somebody, or maybe put it in your, send it to me, Terry.
I can
put it in there. Are you yeah, are you not yeah? Fuck you. Why am I doing your work for you?
Because that's what a good host does.
Yeah, host.
Yeah, good.
There you go. So yeah, everybody, there's Terry's channel. So everybody, subscribe to Terry. He's almost at 250.
I am raising funds at the moment so I can buy some more subs.
That's funny. That's funny. I keep forgetting to put it up here. I know that I had a few donations. The one stream where I said I'd be using some money towards the core of my computer, but I do intend to put a little bar up here showing how that's going, because I'm pulling a little bit of money off of all the different streams I'm doing to try to put it towards that. So once I get closer to I think I only did about $500 ultimately, but I mean, I don't have a lot of money at all right now, so anything I get basically would have to go towards that in that sense, because I can't.
Yeah, are you just doing the board, CPU, and RAM, or?
I'll help you with your storage. Oh, you don't have to. Yeah, thank you, Bellatrix. Jeez, it hasn't even showed up yet, but I already got another. I got another super chat. Hey, I'm not trying to like guilt you people into giving me money. Just so you know, every time I mention something like that, I get another super chat. Maybe this is the key. Oh, you guys, I can't even feed the kids. Oh, I had them eating cardboard. It was terrible. I mean, my son just looked at me and said, "Daddy, this tastes like shit."
You were lucky to have cardboard. When I was a kid, we had gravel.
I gave him ketchup with his cardboard. He was fine. He liked it. But Lara didn't complain. She just ate it, but she went to sleep early and she looked kind of blue. Anyways, can we have you do one? Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, bet you, eh? Well, I don't know if I can. Oh, well, yeah, sure. Yeah, I bet. Are you doing a red green? Can we have you do one?
Red green is awesome.
I think that might be red green. John Rapp, I'm not good at impressions.
Keep your stick on the ice.
I'd rather do a mankini. Do you want to see me in a mankini? I can get a mankini, and I'm a way bigger dude than Skeptic.
No.
That would be an interesting show.
No. Del Cow.
No. And Granny's pushing movie night returns this Friday, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
I'll try. I can't remember what I'm doing on Friday night. I feel like something's going on in my life, but I'll see if I can make it for sure.
More banana picks.
There you go. Well, Bella.
I missed the old days being panel for that.
Bella, thank you for that last minute donation. You've been more than generous, and to everybody else who gave donations, thank you very much. And then, so we got Digital Demonic Davros. Do you have anything you want to push? Anything you want to say?
I'm going to push the Beaver into a dam.
Everybody loves pushing on Beaver. That's terrible. I'm so demonetized.
Loving the fact that more of these smaller channels are starting to stream and be more community orientated. Also the fact that the Flat Earth, the arguments are dying, and there's more weird shit out there apart from the Flat Earthers.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm having fun. The only problem is some of the things, like if you type chemtrails into your description of your video or anything like that, it's immediate demonetization. Like although Cooling Moonlight apparently is not, so because that video passed immediately. I made 3 copies of it, like Sir Sick. I've been DMing with Sir Sick a little bit. I've been trying to talk him into. I'm this close. I'm trying to get him in here with Ragical, and I told him I made him laugh his ass off in his own stream. I told him I would name it Medieval Madness, Sir Sick versus Discount Sir Sick. So I'm slowly working him down. I sent him a $20 super chat, told him to buy himself a bottle of whiskey because I know he's a little bribable in that regard. And so yeah, I'm gonna try to get him on Sir Sick. I've been on his channel for a Hangout, and we had him. If you guys go back in my channel, there's a podcast, Way Off Topic Radio, that I am working on starting a adjacent channel to run that podcast from, because we're gonna now with the face reveal, we're just gonna do split screen video for it and record it live for the YouTube, and I'll just record it through my OBS the same way we do a live stream. So really, it's gonna be like an hour, 2 hours of just bullshitting. Every other week kind of thing, maybe. So that's actually really fun. We call it Way Off Topic because it's just way off topic. Like, I mean, you see how I am scatterbrained. We just kind of hit everything. We just, wherever the conversation goes, we just let it take us there. And sometimes it gets a little silly. So
it's organic.
It gets demonetized a lot, which that's going to be a bit of an issue we need to deal with if we're going to be trying to put it on YouTube and make a bit of quiche off of it. You never know. Right now it has...
Sir Sick.
No
Sir
subscribers.
Sick has had to censor himself quite regularly.
Well, and he just said the other day, though, when I was talking to him, he said, yeah, but my most recent video, he said it passed. He said, and meanwhile, he said, he said he actually hates it when that happens now because it doesn't let him know where he actually like belongs. See, by the way, I'm pouring pee into another cup right now, just like Sleeping Warrior. Because I realized I was sitting here. I'm moving a green substance from one container to another, okay? That's all I'll say.
Speaking of copyright strikes, I'm getting practice at getting them now.
Oh, what have you been getting for the live streams? I watched what you were watching on your channel the other day, and I was like, that's copyright. You're gonna get nailed. So yeah, like I was watching you watch that, and I was like,
I don't want to reach the amount of subs to make myself monetized because I'll have more fun just getting copyrights without affecting the channel.
I mean, the only thing you need to know about that, just so you know about copyright, and I'll make this real short because I do have to get going here. We have to go through a few more people here and then get off. Is that you can be copyright struck by, like, just because you're not monetized, that's not why those are not turning into strikes or anything like that, right? It's just that those are auto claims from the computer, so the owners of that content submit. Like, if you had 1 million subscribers, you're able to do this, where you submit your content to their vid identification system, and so it auto detects it and it automatically claims it because it's copyright, right? So it claims your video. Well, that's only because the owners of that content had said we would rather monetize and claim that video as our own and make the 20 cents, because if you times 50 cents by 1 million different clips, that's some money, you know, like, so they just monetize it. But what I'm warning you about is at some point you could still have somebody copyright strike you, because some of them may have that setting set to strike automatically. So it's rare because most places opt to make the money, right? So because striking doesn't make them make any money. It removes the video, strikes the content creator, and they don't make a dime. Whereas why not just let it play out? I'll make the money. He doesn't make anything. I get all the money from it. So
I thought I was safe to play videos that were in Creative Commons when I do the filter.
Oh, Creative Commons, yes. If they're CC 3.0 or 4.0 or whatever, then they should be.
I got one out of Creative Commons and I got struck on that.
But that doesn't mean that they're actually Creative Commons. So like, you know, I could write Creative Commons on anything I want anywhere, and it's up to you technically as the creator to know if it's Creative Commons or not. I know that kind of sucks because, I mean, how else would you know other than pulling it from that? I mean, I would have done the same thing, right? So, you know, it is what it is. You just got to be like, well, that one's not. So, you know, you can cut it out of a live stream if you have to. You can snippet that chunk out of a live stream if you wanted to.
Yeah, I might have to do it. Yeah, when I get into more editing and production skills later on, I'll learn all this.
And one thing I was really impressed about is at one time when Red came in and he showed his video of the the SpaceX Rainbow, he had some music in the background that he obviously has a subscription as one of these TubeBuddy things where he gets some music that I don't have access to, and so it copyright claimed my video because of the music on his little clip from his video, and I thought because it's Red Stream I'd be fine, but once you have a subscription to those like third-party things, they enter your channel into a list of channels that YouTube, like they submit that to YouTube for the autoclaim system so that you're vetted essentially for that music, so that you can play that music and not get. But as soon as my channel had his music playing, that because his channel's vetted, not mine. I've even heard of people having problems where like Tobuscus couldn't even play his own his whole like safety torch. You know, safety torch, put it on a safety torch. It's like a Minecraft song. It was a joke song. He can't even play it on his other channel because it's owned by the other channel. It creates this problem with copyright in his own system where it doesn't let him play his own video because it's copyrighted by the other channel or something like that. So it gets interesting. So. But yeah, so you do have to be careful. That's all I was going to mention. So you do have to be a little careful, even you know, if you're playing, because weren't you playing something that was awfully copyright the other day? I thought. Yeah,
right at the end it said something about copyright, something, and it came, and I didn't get copyrighted on that.
Oh, interesting. And don't get me wrong, if you play certain things, it'll pop up even and be like, you know, the stream might get shut off if this continues because it's warning you that it's detecting a lot of copyright.
What they do is they stop the stream for a few seconds, and then I start the stream starts again.
Eventually, it'll just kill the stream completely. I think those are warnings essentially, like where it's trying to like shut you down, kind of thing.
No, they're either terms of service or privacy, so they're not actual copyright strikes. They're just stop playing, please, because they are somebody else's property. Because he's not monetized, they won't strike him because it's picked up by the bot, not by somebody else.
No, but it doesn't have to
that's
be.
What Brady was saying.
But it doesn't have to be picked up by a person to be a strike. It just means that it's
but
just
he's not getting official strikes for it.
No, well, no, I know what you mean, but if he did say he did have a copyright strike though, or no, a copyright claim. Sorry, not strike.
Yeah, they come up as copyright
claim.
It's the warning, like, I'd have to show you what it is.
Well, okay, so maybe it's something completely different then, because a claim is where they literally say they own your stream. Like for instance, you don't have to be a monetized channel to have ads on your channel. Because if you get a claimed video, that video would be monetized for them. Because they choose to monetize.
And they get the ad revenue.
And they get all the ad revenue. So like, even before I was a monetized channel, I had the odd video that was actually claimed that had an ad on it. Because I had a song on there that was claimed. Well, they monetized my video.
I actually got ad revenue for one of my short videos. I got 3 cents.
Yeah, that's how it starts. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't get much.
It was on
like
analytics.
I get 50 cents.
It was valued at 3 cents.
It can start picking up though. You know, like I get 50 cents a day. Like no matter what, I get 50 cents a day. Which, let's face it, that's $15 a month right there. I mean, it starts adding up. That's nothing. Let's face it, but it buys lunch.
Hey, that's one truck stop condom a day, man.
I mean, let's face it, I get way more from the donations that people give me. I mean, it goes a lot further. The Patreon and the money that's done through Super Chats. I mean, you know, the $2.99 you get from a few people here and there, and the, you know, the larger the better. I mean, but you know what I mean? It's not about size. I always say that. But it's amazing. That's why I gave Unirock $2, like, I think yesterday, because it's amazing how, you know, $2. I mean, Unirock streams every day. I mean, you know, if he gets $15, $20 a night, I mean, don't get me wrong, same thing for him. I mean, I'm sure he wants to make a ton of money. We all do. But I mean, if he gets 15 or $20 a night, I mean, that goes a long way to paying his bills, paying everything. I mean, let's think about it, $20 a night. I mean, he's sitting around anyways, right? I mean, why not make $20? I mean, it's kind of like what my dad always kind of is like, oh yeah, you made $30. Like, shit. I'm like, you know,
that's why so many people do gaming streams on Twitch.
Well, yeah, and I was like,
get money.
My dad has more money than he probably should have. Like, I love my parents, but in the sense of, like, you know, they lose a bit of touch. So to him, $30 is almost nothing. I'm like, well, I don't have any money, so $30 is $30. You know, like, woo! woo! It gets so, like you could, you got money in the bank. That's one thing, but you don't have any money, So you're happy with what you get, right? So, anyways, I'm talking forever, like I do. Let's get through this. Peter Harrington, you got last words? Shill yourself.
Thank you very much, and enjoyed every minute of tonight. And that's about it. Really,
I still got 60 people in here. I can't believe how entertaining we've all been. And it's mostly got to be you guys. I'm terrible. I'm just bugging you guys.
No, we're all here for you.
I love you too. It's this beautiful, rugged, whitening beard hair. Yeah, I think it's going white. It's going to be soon. It's going to be that beard club for men or something, whatever that hair dye stuff. You whisk it into your beard.
Rub it in. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Some just for men for Beaver.
Beaver for men. Oh, that's actually exactly what they're for. Never mind. That's supposed to be just life. Pipperet. How do I pronounce Pipperet? Pie parrot. Shill yourself. Last things. What do you want to say? On the
Nothing to shill. Don't really have a big channel. But thanks for the chat. I enjoyed it this morning. Nice way to wake up. Now I'll go and make some breakfast.
Yeah, it was fun. I was glad that I was able to. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying the late night. I don't have any work to do tomorrow morning, so maybe I'll get to sleep in. Maybe I'll hear my wife yelling at my kids in anger in the morning, and I'll get up. I don't know. It could go either way.
Not sure how many Brits you had in your chat, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think there's a few in here. I think I got more Australians than New Zealanders today.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
No New Zealanders. We don't recognise that country.
Well, for the record, the British are trying to go to work. I mean, they do have jobs to do on a weekdays, right? So I can't blame them for that.
Yeah, 9:30. They should be at their work now.
Terry, and then unpaid shills. There's are you in here unpaid shills, or is that like another?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll end it on Terry because he came from his stream. So, anything you want to shill? Anything you want to say before we end? Because holy shit.
Well, you're talking about your gray whiskers, pal. Have I got a surprise for you? Check this shit out.
Oh no. What's he showing? Are you showing me something on the meats here? Show me my meats. Are you showing your meat?
I'm showing.
Coming out?
I'm showing you, partner. This is like
holy
whisker
shit.
porn. This is whisker porn, bud.
Am I able to show everybody this?
I don't care. Go for it.
Hey, hold on, everybody. Shit, I hit settings. You stay there on the whisker porn. We'll end it on whisker porn, everybody. Here we go. Hold on, meats.
I've been told I look like a freaky hobo Santa.
All right, here comes everybody. Whisker porn.
Yeah, this is long gray whiskers right here, pal. So
I'm still young and sexy. So good.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of put you at ease. It does get worse. Anyway, I appreciated the platform. I had a good time here. I'd love to come back and hang out with you again if I can.
Yeah, we do.
I'll be around now that I've got 2 headsets and I'm back online again.
Awesome.
Thanks again.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming. Appreciate you guys coming. Terry, your last one. So say some stuff. Shill yourself. We already put your channel back in the side chat again before we take off, and say what you want to say.
Well, I'm Terry from the Aussie Perspective. I've got a Discord of the same name, and we do have a YouTube channel that we stream Wednesday nights and Saturday nights, our time, 9 o'clock usually, and technical difficulties is a must. The channel's just been developing over the last several months now, so I haven't learnt a lot more than from what I've got now. I'm only learning a little bit as I go. I don't want to be a big channel as such because of reasons, I suppose. But I'll keep going the way I'm going. I do a random hangout maybe after a Jose or a Sean type daytime stream in our time because it's not a bad time of the day for me. And yeah, I'll keep things going, and I'll be streaming in another roughly half an hour anyway. So for the normal stream,
I'll be sleeping. I won't lie to you because my wife is gonna come down with a bat and hit me with it.
Yeah,
I sent you I sent you a DM of that thing we were talking about, the strike stuff, so you can see it.
Yeah, Brady, you better get upstairs and take care of the wife, or I will.
Oh, it's the quote. Oh, by the way, going all the way back to John Rapp, it's that quote from Stargate SG-1, O'Neill putting shit on Canadians. I'm going to look that up. I'm not going to do it right now, John Rapp, because I need to get the fuck off here. But because I'll just keep going forever. But yeah, no, I'm going to look that up now. The O'Neill giving shit to Canadians. I'm looking at that. I'm honest. Because I know my Stargate, and so I'll know the episode once I see it. I'll be like, oh, yeah. That son of a bitch. I love Richard Dean Anderson. He's a great guy. He always loved being up here.
Wife.
What?
Wife.
Well, he's got a hot wife. Is that what you're saying?
No, you.
Wife.
Take care of your wife. Man.
I'm going to take care of my wife. That was my last words. I'm signing off now. So, shirt.
You're getting into Stargate.
Shirt. But this is the only shirt right now. So if it's not like you're up your alley, don't worry. I got more shirts. I'll get more shirts on there. I'm gonna get something cheeky. I might, like I said, I might pay somebody for some neat designs maybe and stuff, and we'll have some fun with it. So, anyways, that was me kind of playing around, but I might order one of those. I think it's fun. My mommy does say I'm advertiser friendly. It's true. Last comments. The Aussie guys are laid back and funny in typical Aussie style. Of course, John Rapp. That's why I thought when Terry was like, we could join forces, I was like, yes, this could be amazing.
I'm the Aussies' token Texan.
And we didn't get much flat earth stuff done. I spent more time talking, but I guess that's a brainy stream for you, so here we are. Anyways.
We talk about anything and everything too.
It ends up becoming a way off topic anyways every time I stream. But the other one's specifically way off topic. This one tries to keep it a little bit more science and stupid based.
I think talking flat Earth is just a fallback.
Flat Earth is amazing. They'll never get old. I thought they would by now, but I'm just more and more fascinated by them. It's crazy. But I will end it on that note. Thank you everybody for coming in the Meets Hangout here, and Terry, you guys, fuck, I gotta look at the list. You guys, Pep, Peter Harrington. Terry Davies, Unpaid Shills, and then the guy that left was, I can't remember his name.
Demonic Davros.
That's the one, Demonic Davros. No, he already signed off. So anyway, so in great style because he's doing that thing where he's like, shit, I shouldn't have left. We're still talking. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming. Say bye, everybody in the chat here.
Bye, everybody in the chat.
Thank you for coming. And then somebody tell Secret Labs I need new armrests because they came up with better armrests a month after I bought this chair. The sons of bitches. So I'm gonna tell them I need new armrests because this one broke. So I know why they built better armrests, dickheads. Gave me the shitty one. Anyways, thank you for coming. Have a good night, everybody. And on the way out, as usual, we've got Beaver House production. And we've got transition to Beaver House.